Hey there, Wargamers, and welcome to today's episode of Warhammer 40k. I am Luka from MiniWarGaming.com, joined by John the CRON. It'll be 2,000 points of Death Guard against Necrons.
And if you like live Warhammer, be sure to check me out on Twitch at John the CRON.
And for all of you beautiful Vault members out there, I, Matthew, will be playing a 180 Neophyte Genestealer Cult list, because I'm crazy, against Scaries from Scardcast Craftworld Eldar. Click the link below to get your free 7-day trial.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
My Death Guard list today will be Mortarian's Anvil as the Plague Company. We're doing 2,000 point game here. I'm trying to change it up in the form of all infantry for the most part, with a little bit of armored support here. Now, leading it all, we're going to have a Death Guard Demon Prince. He'll know Miasma of Pestilence for himself. I'm going to upgrade him to have wings because I want him to move slightly faster. He will take the Warlord trait Gloaming Bloat as well. Now, using this old Black Mace model here, we'll be playing that as a Hellforged sword, and he'll take the Warp Insect Hive as his artifact. Leading with him, we have a Malignant Plaguecaster with the Gift of Contagion, as well as Curse of the Leper. I decided not to really invest too much else in him, just taking him a second HQ slot. Another Psyker, always helpful. And troops, well, we have 2 units of Poxwalkers, that's basic and easy, and then we have 4 identical units of Plague Marines, keeping them cheap at 115 points. We're gonna have 1 flail in each squad. Now you have to excuse some of the things here won't be what you see is what you get. There will be, everything is just Plague Knife Bolt Gun, and the champions have their enhanced Demon Sword. It's slightly better Plague Knife, I believe. And that is it. Keeping them nice and cheap just because I want the Bubonic Astartes all over the place, and wanted to keep them below 120 points as well. And that's it for troops. We got 6 units, so maxed out. And then heavy investments into elites. We're gonna run a Hellbrute. I haven't run a Hellbrute since this Codex first came out. It's always been one of my favorite Chaos models, even though everyone has the exact same Hellbrute with the same pose from Dark Vengeance, because, I mean, that's like 6th and 7th edition starter sets. We're gonna be running a Hellbrute Fist and a Multi-Melta. Like, the cool thing with the Hellbrute Fist, it is core, weirdly enough, so it could use the stratagem to let its damage spill over into big hordes of enemies if I do come across them in this Necron matchup. We are going to have our usual Foul Blightspawn with Revolting Stench Fats as an extra artifact of power here, or an extra relic, I should say, from the Death Guard, spending a command point on that. But didn't have the 10, honestly, didn't have the 10 points to put the stupid Vicious Death on him, so it's only going to be Strength 7, not rerolling the amount of hits. Haven't run Death Guard Possessed since this Codex first came out as well, so just threw a couple squads of them in. They're infantry, they fit the bill for what I'm trying to do here today, and I'm sure a few of you appreciate that. And then, of course, we have our standard gigantic, not overcosted, but just gigantic, incredibly expensive brick of Blight Lord Terminators. They will be fully equipped. Ignore all the combi weapons on them, that's from 8th edition, that's not a legal option anymore. The champion will have a combi Melta. We'll have 2 Blight Launchers, 2 Flails, and the rest will be an assortment of swords, axes, and combi bolters. And then last few editions, 3 Chaos Spawn with Grandfatherly Influence for 1 command point, and 2 Chaos Rhinos to drive the Plague Marines around this battlefield. Now that's it for the Death Guard. Let's go take a look at the Necrons in this game.
All right, we have a battalion detachment with an auxiliary support detachment today. In our battalion, we have an Overlord with the Enduring Will Warlord trait and the Relic Resorb, the Orb of Eternity. We have Illuminor Caesaris, the named Technomancer, with 2 Crypto Thralls backing him up. We have a Scorpec Lord with the extra Warlord trait, Implacable Conqueror. In the troop slot, we have 3 squads of 5 Immortals ready to back everybody up. We have 2 squads of 10 Lich Guard, each equipped with hyperphase swords and shields. We have a 6-strong squad of Scorpec Destroyers. We also have a 6-strong Locust Destroyer wing with 1 heavy destroyer with the Gauss Destructor. We also have, rounding out the bunch, 3 Ophidian Destroyers.
And that, of course, will all be Novak Dynasty. Now, let's go take a look at the mission and the table, and we'll get this game going.
Today's mission is Grand Tournament Strike Force, Sweep, and Clear. The deployment map includes 5 objective markers with enemy deployment zones in the opposite table quarters. There is a space 18 inches in diameter directly in the center of the battlefield, which is included in the no man's land area of the battle map. 1 objective marker is placed directly in the center. 2 more objective markers are placed 15 inches to the left of the center of the battlefield, and 24 inches apart from each other. The last 2 objective markers are placed on the opposite side of the battlefield in the exact same position. Mission rules include Objective Cleared, which states, in this mission, if you control an objective marker at the end of your command phase, it remains under your control, unless your opponent controls it at the end of any subsequent phase, even if you have no models within range of it. The secondary objective in this mission is Direct Assault, which is progressive. It states, score 3 victory points if you control either the objective marker in the center of the battlefield or the objective marker in your opponent's deployment zone at the end of your turn, or 5 victory points if you control both of these objective markers at the end of your turn.
Now, taking a closer look at the table between John and myself here, we wanted to play in a swampy, boggy area. Naturally, we got Necrons, so it's going to be a tomb world we're fighting on here. Why the Death Guard are here? Well, that's up to you, the viewers, to decide. We have our 5 objectives. These are our good old Death Guard objectives here. Bloop, 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 bloop. They're all spread about there. There's going to be a lot of trees and a lot of foliage blocking a lot of the site of the objective, so I'll try and get closer shots if I can. Now, the swampy mat here is from Urban Mat, and we have a lot of terrain from green leaf terrain. In fact, most everything here is from green leaf terrain, just created by Adam. It just went together really well. He made all of the Necron terrain you see here from foam. He carved it up. He made the trees. We've recently discovered that no matter what, it's always gonna be a cost to the company. We have to get new trees like once every year because we handle them so poorly. Like, I don't know, maybe like literally pick this up and like throw it into the box on top of like piles and piles of trees. So we've brutalized our trees over the years, as you can see here, and we have to get new ones. So Adam is always around and always able to make us some new trees. So that's thank you, Adam. And then the pond as well. And then we have some old Citadel Wildwood bases to act as the footprint for the dense terrain, and just not using the wildwood trees because these trees fit a little bit better. Now, if you're curious what type of terrain traits we're going to be playing with our terrain here, a lot of dense, very dense oriented here. So these are just the rules for woods. They're going to be dense, difficult terrain, all that good stuff over there. And then that little collective of trees there will be dense as well, but it'll be impassable and an obstacle. So just can't go through that over there. And then this will just be like a big old obscuring piece of terrain here in the middle. And we were going to play that as like a dense but difficult terrain, kind of weird corrupted gnarlwood growth. And then we're going to be playing on the recommended table size, where the cutoff will be right here where this this wall is. So there's no playing over on this area. It's just there for the looks, to give you guys an idea of some cool Necron stuff over in that direction, perhaps. Now, we are going to be picking our size. We've got to pick our secondaries and all that good stuff, so we'll be back in but a second with our armies all deployed, and we're going to start rolling some dice and play some Warhammer 40k. And John and I are back. Look at that. It was just a second for you guys there, though. And I'm going to go over deployment. It's the search and destroy style of deployment. So we're deploying in table quarters, more than 9 away. I end up going with this table quarter. It's on the harder to acquire side of the objective, but all my stuff was behind me. So I just wanted to go over here, and then all the John stuff was over there. So it just made sense. For myself, I went very aggressive with my Blight Lords. It's like the shortest path is just to go up and around. So they're going to deploy over here. And then inside of the Blight Lords, we have our Tallyman and our Foul Blight Spawn with our Possessed. Now, the Rhinos are carrying, all the Plague Marines are identical. So there's 2 5-man squads in there, 2 5-man squads over there. We have our Demon Prince and our Hellbrute with our Poxwalkers, Chaos Spawn, more Possessed, and Plaguecaster. And John, let's go over yours. What do we have?
All right, well, we are countering with an also aggressive strategy. We have our 10 Lich Guard up front with Caesarus himself. We have our Ophidians and our Scorpex with the Scorpec Lord over on the flank, ready to push up and around. In the back, we have our Destroyer Wing ready to add some range support for a little bit of time. And covering my priority objective is another 10-man squad of Lich Guard that I'm hoping beyond hope they provide a challenge to chew through.
I suspect they will. Lich Guard are my absolute favorite unit of the entire Necron roster. So like, even if they do well, I'm happy. And if those 10 Lich Guard just walk all over me, I'm a happy camper, because like I said, I love Lich Guard. Everyone knows I love Lich Guard. But if I do well and beat them, I'll be sad because I killed the Lich Guard, but I'll be happy because my Death Guard did well. So it's like a win-win for me. either way. And then we have some more Immortals over there, pushing towards this objective, and all that good, fun stuff. Now, this is going to be the battle report where we're just going to be here all day. So thank you for requesting Death Guard against Necrons. I have not done it since the beginning of 8th edition.
Sorry.
It's been quite a while for a reason specifically.
Yeah.
But whatever. We got time today to play forever, I suppose. So I hope everyone at home watching has enough time for this one. You know, this is. I suspect this will be a long 5-turn battle report, a lot of grinding. And I guess let's just see where this goes. We're ready to roll off to see who goes first here. You get your command protocols all figured out over there.
I do. I have beeped the boops.
Beep the boops over there in the corner, and best of luck to you, sir. I actually, like a characteristic of me, I have no dice available, so I'll be right back. Never have one ready to go. Boop! I got a 4. And a 4.
I got a 4.
Oh, that's a re-roll. Oh, this is supposed to be over here. I got 2.
I got a 5.
Turn 1 Necrons!
Turn 1 Necrons.
Good luck, sir, and have fun.
Good luck.
At round 1, we have Directive 1 of Sudden Storm. I am not surprised. And you'll be going up to 8 command points in your command phase. And the tally man over there, does he bequeath me a command point? He does! Hey, look at that.
Whoa.
You know, I go up 1, and that's it for this battle round. So if anyone's curious, the tally man, I pick one of my units, gets +1 to hit, and then he counts a tally every player's hero phase, command phase, sorry, too much Age of Sigmar, and it gives me a command point for that battle round. Command phase, what's the plan?
All right, so command phase. I am going to be giving my will be done to the Lich Guard up front.
And then +1 to hit until your next command phase.
That is correct. And then, other than that,
I guess
the
that's
next
it.
we'll be doing things at the end of the movement phase.
All right, so we're going to go on the movement. This is where everything starts. We're going to show you where it all ends up because it's just going to surge out from where it is. Now, to give people an idea, Sudden Storm is active, so everything near a character, which is pretty much everything except for these guys here, but the character can just move near them. We'll give them +1 move, plus Relentless March will give them a further additional move near the Overlord. And all right, here is the before. And voila, here everything is. So the Immortals push forward, the Lich Guard push forward, Zarikin, his Crypto Thralls, and the Overlord, I'm just going to turn around a little bit, is ended up there. The Lich Guard in the back, protecting the back objective, have repositioned, pushed out a little bit. The Locusts have committed to a target, as we can see over here. And I would have loved to get Miasma off before they came around, but I mean, it is what it is. And then we have Skorpek over there, more Immortals with the Locust, and then the Ophidian surged quite a bit forward, because they're a lot faster than everything else typically. And now at the end of the movement phase, we are going to augment a unit, I suspect.
We are going to augment our shiny boys right up front.
This is an Illuminal rule. You roll a D3, I believe, on a chart. We got a 3. What is that? That's not BS, is it?
That is ballistic skill.
Oh, no! That's the only one we don't want for the Lich Guard.
That is.
I believe one's attack and the other one, or it's like strength, toughness, BS.
Goes strength for 1 and 2, toughness for 3 and 4, and then ballistic skill for the ones with no guns.
Exactly. And they can only be upgraded it's been a while since I used them, but I think they can only be upgraded once. That's their augment now.
That is permanent.
He can go run off and augment he can now augment them now, which is nice. He can augment because that's new because I believe they have to be core to be augmented.
They do. Yeah,
so now all the destroyers can be augmented, the Immortals here can be augmented. So he's got a lot of work to do. Is what we're saying. We're gonna have that one we don't have to mark. We don't have to remember that because unfortunately not super valuable, but the rest we'll have to mark up. Is that it? Is that all for the end of the movement phase there?
That is all for the end of my movement phase.
Well, we got a light shooting phase, and then that might be most of this turn. We're going to start this game off with the old shooting phase from the Necrons. We have 3 Locust Destroyers and the 1 Heavy Destroyer unloading into the Blightlord Terminators, who have no defensive buffs on them right now because they didn't have the opportunity yet.
So I am going to be cashing in 1 command point for Disintegration Capacitors. For 1 command point, any 6s to hit automatically wound.
And that's with the Gauss weapons. And in this case, they are all Gauss weapons.
Yes.
So which one, what are we rolling up first? The cannons?
We'll throw the cannons first.
All right, these are hitting on 3s. We're rolling 1s because of the destroyers. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, they got preferred enemy. All of the things. So everything hits but 1. Pair of 6s, those wound. And then the rest wound on... Are you spraying 6 with this gun?
Yes.
Yes, so it's 3 wound. That's what I recall. And then do they have the Locust Lord nearby? Or is he too far away? He's over there.
He has flown away.
So 5 wounding hits. Those are AP3, so they're going to go right through my Terminator armor. But we got diseased Terminator armor, so these are invulnerable saves. Well, that's 5 fails. These are all D3 Are they 2 damage or D3 now?
D3 damage.
They're D3? Okay, so they're all D3 minus 1.
Oh.
1 at a time. The first one will be... So we have... That's 1 damage. That's 3 damage. That's 1 dead Terminator. That's 2 damage. And this next one kills the Terminator. And then last one. Oh, wait, it's 1 damage. So 2 dead Terminators and 1 damage. Yeah, 1 single shot with the big Gauss cannon there. It's a disintegrator, I believe.
All right, and needing a 3.
And 6s are good. That's wounds. Automatically wounds.
-4.
But can it get through the plate? No.
Tink.
Vulnerable save. Lose 2 and some change. We're going to be pulling from back here because I don't need these models. And we are going to say you have 2 wounds remaining.
All right, Caesaris is going to shoot into the same guys.
He's got a fancy lance.
He gets D3 shots with his Eldritch Lance.
3 of them.
Needing 3s.
2 hits.
Needing 3s.
3s again. And that's 1 wound.
1 wound at -4.
And, ooh, this is pretty good damage, right?
It's D6 damage.
I'm going to re-roll that for a command point. We're good.
All right, this squad of Immortals into the same Terminators.
Blade is going to take a beating.
Needing 3s.
Couple misses and 4s. That is 2 wounds. And that's going to be 1 damage. Down on 1. Boop. Then these Immortals there, same target, same shots. 5 shots on 3s. We got a pair of misses again, and 4s to wound. We have 1 singular wound, which we do not protect against because we have no one who can really claim cover from them. And 1 damage. We'll finish off that Terminator. Boop.
I will be taking these Immortals in the towards the Possessed in the Crater.
All right, they will get some cover over there.
Needing 3s.
We got a couple misses again. And these, I believe, they're toughness 5. I'll double check after your roll.
Needing 4s.
Okay, there's no 3s, so we don't have to worry about that. That is 3 wounds. They do get +1 to their save in the cover. These are -2 AP. So we're going to go to 4s. We take a damage. 1 damage over here. After that shooting, any charges?
I have no valid charges, so the turn is over.
No fighting. I don't think I can fail. I'm going to roll, and if I roll 6, we'll see. No. Last 3 models, they can't fail on a 3. And scoring-wise, well, John here will get 3 victory points for controlling the middle at the end of his turn. And that is it for now when it comes to scoring there. Both John and myself have picked, to the last, and both of our units that are qualifying to the last are going to be right in the middle of the table scrapping. So I think what I'm going to do for this game is, instead of trying to conserve them as much as I can, I think I'm just going to let the dice decide how this goes.
Just commit.
Just commit. We're just going to commit and we'll see it from there, everyone. So in my command phase, I don't have anything I need to do. I don't know if Flash Outbreak is worse. So the idea was Flash Outbreak. Because the Necrons, one of their things is not so much, they don't get a lot of rerolls. That's not really their thing. They get bonuses to hits and bonuses to wounds. So the fact that I have Gloaming Bloat, the whole hope here was to Flash Outbreak it onto these guys so that they also have Gloaming Bloat, but not really going to benefit from that too much here, I don't think. I think what I'll do is I will spend 2 command points on Flash Outbreak, but not on the Terminators here. I think I'm going to put it on the Rhino, all things considered. So it just requires that you pick a Plague Host unit, and if they don't have any, if there are any contagion abilities they don't currently have, they gain them. But in addition to that, the aura range for contagion abilities are increased by 1 battle round. So it'll count as battle round 2 for them. So it'll be a 3-inch range. It'll protect it against melee stuff, which the Scorpec over there, I'm going to commit to that side of the table. The Scorpec get to reroll hit rolls 1 and wound rolls 1. That Gloaming Bloat will prevent that. So that does put me down to 9 command points. I don't know if it's worth it, but yeah, we'll see. And after that, that should be in my command phase. So we're good to proceed to movement. I am going to surge everything out of my deployment zone. I'm going to rearrange some of my Poxwalkers just to screen out a Veil of Darkness potential. And I'm going to show you what it looks like in but a moment. And voila. Okay, we got pretty lucky on a few of these moves. We're only a 5 on the Possessed advanced there and over there. Now, because they're Bubonic Astartes infantry, they do ignore the -2 for moving through the swamps, the crater equivalents, the woods, and all of that good and fun stuff. Our Terminators move forward. Our characters committed to them. Our Tallyman and our Foul Blightspawn. Now, I will note in the command phase, I forgot for the Tallyman. He targets them to get +1 to hit. He's always going to target them to get +1 to hit, so always assume they're hitting on 2s and for their weapon skill and be a ballistic skill. The Demon Prince decided to fly over here to commit to these guys a little bit, because if we're going to be scrapping in the middle and we'll be losing a crap ton of models and to the end, or to the last, just really risking a lot of models in that regard. A lot of points being risked there for both of us. Well, I mean, you're only risking 5, but I'm going to be risking 10 probably. But I really want to try and force that issue and ideally try and get it. Poxwalkers moved forward. These Poxwalkers back here just stayed to screen. The Chaos Spawn advanced a few extra inches to get over there. They were slowed down, but I only needed them to move there to keep the Veil of Darkness screen pushed forward. The Rhinos advanced forward. That one advances well. Both the Rhinos advance because I don't care about firing the combi bolters. And that is it. We're on to the Psychic phase. Demon Prince here. We'll start with a Miasma of Pestilence on a 6. We got it with a 9. Can Caesaris unbind?
Oh, he can.
Right, he has rules that cause my Psychers to perils on any double roll instead of just 1s and 6s. Miasma will go on the Blightlord Terminators. They're going to be -1 to hit until my next Psychic phase. And then over here, we couldn't get in range for Pestilential Fallout with the Plaguecaster, but we are able to throw out a couple powers all the same. We're going to start with Curse of the Leper, which will have to target the Immortals because it's the nearest visible within 14. I'll throw a couple dice at that. We cast it on a 10. Throwing 7 dice at the Immortals. Their toughness is not lowered currently, so they are still T5. These affect them on 6s. I kill 2 Immortals.
Oh no!
They succumb to the curse. 2 Immortals go down. There are 3 remaining in that unit. His second power will throw Gift of Contagion on the Scorpec Destroyers right there. Does not require line of sight. So this goes off on a 6, I believe. But if you roll higher than an 8, it has a double effect. So I got very lucky here. Actually, I agree, Psychic phase. I won't complain about that. So Gift of Contagion lowers their strength characteristic down to 4 from 5. But because I rolled an A+, their attack characteristic goes down from, I believe, 2 to 1. It's 3 to 2. That's correct. Yeah, the weapons give extra attacks on top of all that, minus the Hyperphase Thresh Blades. They're just like powerful attacks. But they are down an attack characteristic and a strength characteristic, and we're done the Psychic phase. Now, there's no enemies in range of Pestilential Fallout. We're gonna go into the shooting phase, where we are gonna start with our Blight Lords, I believe here. A good amount of them won't have line of sight to where I need them to. We're gonna put the Blight Launchers. That Blight Launcher is going to go for the Lich Guard there. And unfortunately, that's kind of it. The rest don't have good line of sight to the Lich Guard because the Blight Launchers here can't see through the obelisk and all that. So everything else is just going to go for those Immortals. Blight Launcher number 1 into the Lich Guard. Okay, well, that's what the Demon Prince is for, I suppose. We hit. These are strength 6, so these wound on 3s. That's 2 wounding hits. You do get a bonus to your -2, but you have a 4 up afterwards, after everything is said and done. Yeah, nice. Right off the shields. Just deflect them off into the swamp or into the tree.
Tink.
And then they explode over in that direction. And then that means we have the Blight Launcher firing into those Immortals there, hitting on 2s and wounding on 3s because it's rank 6. 2 more wounds at -2 on them. They should go to 5+.
Needing 5s.
That does do 2 damage each, so it kills 2. And then I have a few combi bolters. Sorry. His combi Melta was going to them, but not just the Melta part, not the bolter part. So I'll resolve that as well. I apologize there. Hits and wounds. And right out the shield. Very safe. And then I have 2 bolt guns left. That's it. Everything else is a special weapon. Hitting on 2s. Reroll for the Demon Prince. Wounding on 5s. 1 wounding hit, no AP. It's on those Immortals.
Needing a 3.
You're good? All right, that's it for their shooting. Let's go Foul Blight Spawn. Bam, he's got a nasty flamer. Before I shoot him, let's go ahead and reanimate those Immortals. 3 of them went down? Or it's only 2? I thought 3 went down. Only 2 did.
2 went down.
1 stands up. Welcome back, buddy. Bloop.
And he'll go there.
Reanimation. And then the Foul Blight Spawn will have D6 shots onto the Lich Guard. 3. All right, I'll keep the 3. And these are going to wound on 3s. We're rolling any 1s. That's 2 wounding hits, maybe? Oh, sorry, I picked up the wrong die. This is the reroll. Okay, no, it's only 1 wounding hit.
All right.
Shield up.
Needing 4.
Ooh, it does 2 damage. Does he reanimate? Because that's all the shots I have.
Pink.
2 5s. Yes!
Yes.
Hey, he's back. I never get that. That's awesome. I love Lich Guard. He'll reanimate back there. And then we are done shooting over here, because this all advanced. The only other shots I have is that Hellbrute, who's going to put his Multi-Melta into the Scorpec Destroyers right there, because why not? Would you like to Whirling Onslaught or just take the shots?
I will Whirling Onslaught.
Whirling Onslaught. So these are going to wound on 4s instead of 3s for 1 command point. So a couple shots. Well, they both miss. Glorious. We do have the Combi Bolter in there, which I can't remember if Hellbrute's always rapid fire. You know what? I'm not even going to resolve that. There's no point in resolving the Combi Bolter. It only wounds on 6s. You're going to heal the wound anyway. So we are done shooting. We are going to go ahead and charge. Let's go with, not in love with charging over here. I don't think I want to, but so I won't. I'm not going to bother charging. We're just going to hang there. And we are done. I'm going to roll that anyways. And if I roll high, okay, I failed anyways. But if I roll, even if I rolled high enough, I wasn't going to go in. I was just kind of curious to see what the roll would have been. We're going to end our turn there. And we score nothing, unfortunately, because we can't get the middle objective. We're a little too slow on this side. And I don't want to commit my Terminators without the character support as well. I'd rather them act as a cohesive unit that goes forward. We're done. Yeah, scoring-wise, nothing. We're going to go on to battle round 2. where my aura is a little bit bigger, and we have a new command protocol. And it's Undying Legions, which I assume Directive 2.
We are taking Directive 2.
Here we stand with our current command points in the second battle round. To roll for the tally man, because it's a new battle round. He will not give me a command point in John's turn, but maybe mine he will.
These Lichguard will receive my will be done.
Absolutely.
And that's all my will be done.
Fair! Then on to movement, we have Immortals. Boom. Moving forward towards the objective. Oh, for the end of the command phase scoring, John has 2 of the objectives. This one was contested by no one. And then I have 2 objectives as well. So 10 points for John as primary. Taking up that position there, slowing down a little bit because they're touching the terrain though. And they're on the objective. They're all good there on the objective. And then what moves next?
I'm going to hunker these Lichguard over towards
up against the trunk.
Up against the tree.
Well, they got the first turn to claim the objective right away, and they're in a happy spot. Like, why risk it, right? Mm-hmm. I like it. I'll bring the fight to them.
That's it. You come. You come. I'm feeling tired. It's been a long million-year sleep.
It's been a long 60 million years. I get that. Gonna take up the position in the crater with these Immortals with a 3-inch move.
With a big old 3-inch move.
But it will give them some cover, light cover. Technomancer.
My Thrall of the Silent King Technomancer is going to fly over to here.
Yep, you take up that position there.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to move
the Destroyers forward.
The Destroyers up a little bit.
They have fly, they don't care about the difficult terrain. Take that position there.
Caesaris will pull back a little bit.
Stay near the Locust Destroyers.
And our Crypto Thralls will just boogie back into the bush.
Right, stay behind Illuminor. So tucking back there, Illuminor will move in front of them. And then we have more in the back. Advancing the Overlord, he moves 6 plus 1d6. Bloop, he goes up to 8. And he's going to end behind the dense terrain there, near the Scorpec and the Locust.
Behind the bush.
Instead, he'll go there behind the bush.
Okay.
After he moves, his bodyguard of Lichguard will follow behind him.
The Ophidians are going to advance.
Ophidians back there will go an extra 5 inches, so you can't see the dice.
Yeah, that's a 5.
And they're fast. And they're moving way over to this corner here on the other side of the tree and the objective, ready to jump in as a later attack wave.
I'm going to scoot my
Immortal.
Immortals just up.
Behind the Lichguard.
And then I will follow up with some Scorpecs.
Scorpec.
Playing a little cagey with them here.
You don't want to commit with the Gift of Contagion on them?
No, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
That's fair.
My Scorpec Lord is just going to follow up.
That'll be the movement phase. I assume we're going to have an augmentation on the Scorpec, on the Locust Destroyers.
On the Locust Destroyers.
We want a 5+.
Here it comes.
No.
They are T6 for the rest of the game.
Toughness is nice, though. That's a good secondary option for them.
Yes, it is.
And this is a good interaction for the new balance update for the Locust getting core keyword. This is something you could not do before. But I think Destroyers should have always had core.
All right, I'm going to take all of the light Destroyers into the Terminators, and I'm going to take the Locust Heavy Destroyer into the Rhino.
Into the Rhino. All right, where do you want to start shooting first?
We'll start with your Terminators.
Terminators over here. They do have miasma, so they're -1 to hit, but should be okay.
I'm going to do my Extermination Protocols for 2 command points.
Bringing the Necrons down to 6. This will allow them to reroll all wound rolls instead of wound rolls. In this case, all wound rolls.
All right, here we go. Needing 4s.
4s! Rerolling 1s because they're Destroyers. This one helps so far. There's 3 3s in there. You know, a few. Wow, that actually stopped all of those. Okay,
big.
miasma, big. Yeah, very nice for the miasma. And these wound on 3s rerolling everything, which is very helpful. There's 2 failed wounds there. So at that rate, if these both work, that's like 2 command point rerolls right there. Okay, well, it still is 2 command point rerolls. That's 6 wounds. Well, maybe I won't fail 5 of these this time. Okay, half. I'll take half. I'll definitely take half. So that's 3 that go through. The first D3 is 1 damage. 1 damage, and then last one kills it. Boom. We'll say that guy gets just a regular bolt gun. I'm resolving the big heavy shot down at my Rhino. It isn't dense currently, so that just -1 to hit. So
Another 4.
And god damn, that -1 was huge for this unit.
I'm going to
Is that a command
point reroll.
Looking for a 4+ to hit. Does it get on target? No, not quite, unfortunately. Next up to fire.
The Immortals will be shooting into the Terminators.
Now they look like they're all in a rapid fire.
They are all within 15 inches.
10 shots on 4s because of miasma. Oh. Okay, that's a hit.
1 hit.
That's a hit. That's a forward wound.
All right.
Toughness 5 on a Terminator. That is wound. -2 puts them to a 4+, which they will take a damage. Guy in the middle gets wounded. He's just kind of... That's the last non-special weapon available. I'm just going to throw that there for him, because I suspect they'll be taking more fire.
I will take Caesarus into the tank.
Into the Rhino. This is D3 shots with his Eldritch Lance. It's this time going to be 2 instead of 3. Does he hit on 2s or 3s?
3, so 4.
4s now. We have a miss and a hit. And probably wounds on a 2 or 3.
On a 3.
That's a wound. Who save for that Rhino? And it is D6 damage?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good hit. He's got 6 wounds left. 6 wounds remain on that Rhino from the Eldritch Lance. Then we have the Locust Lord. The Scorpec Lord. He's got his Enmitic Annihilator to fire. I'm going to go into the Chaos Spawn.
2d3.
Oh, nice. 5 shots.
These need 2s.
He does get to reroll 1s.
And these are strength 6.
Now, they are T6 on them, so forced to wound them. Because they're grandfatherly influence. But he does reroll 1s.
Oh, he does, because he hates everything.
He hates it all. Preferred enemy, all of the things. Oh, wow, nice. Not one of them is in cover, so these are 6-up saves. I make 1. That's enough to kill one of the spawn off. I don't think I'll be using the spawn too aggressively over here. I kind of... It's not great. This is not great. Which one dies? We'll say this one. This one dies for now.
I'm going to follow up with those immortals.
3 of them. Are they rapid fire?
They are in rapid fire range. Needing 3s. Needing
5s.
5s.
Yes. But I have no save against these. That's 1 damage. Down to 3. And the last thing to fire is a Technomancer Staff of Light.
Into the Terminators.
The Terminator.
Needing 3s.
4s because of miasma. 1 miss and 4s to wound. That's a pair of 1s. Lied, there's 1 more unit of immortals who have not fired yet. These 4. Into the Greater Possessed right there. Are they all in rapid fire range? Probably.
They are.
They definitely are, yeah. 3s to hit them because they can see this guy out in the open. The Dents isn't protecting all of them.
These need 4s.
-2. 2 saves. I will pass neither. That is 1 dead possessed. Blah. After that, we conclude the shooting phase. Where do you want to go for charging, if you have any?
I am declaring no charges.
Both of us are too afraid to commit. I get it, though, because these guys are really crippled right now, so, and then Gloaming Bloat's active over there as well. And then you don't want to charge off of the objective, obviously. It's pretty much like it's a guaranteed great position. Like I have no choice but to commit them. I can keep them back, but then I'm automatically giving up the secondary for the rest of the game. So I might as well commit to the secondary, try and get it, and then also give up victory points from to the last, because that's more interesting, I think, for these death guard. But it's a great position because I have no choice but to come to you, and then your whole army can just shoot them while they're stuck in combat as well. So I get that. Score-wise, though, you get 3 victory points for holding the middle, but I do deny you Purge the Vermin because I'm in 3 of the table quarters. You get 2 points for every table quarter that... Oh, is it? I thought... Yeah, it's yours as well. That's right. Yeah,
yes,
yours as
it
well.
is.
So you get 2 victory points for that. So the way it works now, because this is the second battle round, John's going to get 2 victory points for every table quarter that I am not in. That's the only one I'm not in. Up to 10 command points. Let's see, the Tallyman will give me 1 for this battle round. He does! Nice.
Ooh.
So we were so far 2 for 2 on him. Also spend 2 of my command points on Flash Outbreak to put his Gloaming Bloat on those possessed over there. So they have currently, and because I'm doing Flash Outbreak, my aura for -1 toughness is 6 inches now instead of 3 inches for this battle round. And they'll have that aura over there. I will go down to 9. There we go. The Demon Prince will clear the objective. Clear the obelisk. He'll fly over it. The Blight Lord Terminators are going to end their move there. And then, by the way, sorry, I forgot to say, but the Tallyman will give the Terminators +1 to hit. We're going to go to the Greater Possessed. They're going to move 7 inches. They ignore the difficult ground. So already measured. I'm going to end up about here with that move. Fast little unit. They're not bad for Death Guard. Not a bad pick at all. They're just a fun pick, but in this case, very effective. We're going to advance this Rhino. Yeah, I wouldn't need to advance it because I'm going to hit the woods probably. So I rolled a 5, sorry. I don't know if that showed on camera. Knocked it over. But it's going to go up to 17 inches, but I'm going to only move a 15 because we're going to hit the woods. End up going there. Not the full move, but enough to tow the woods to get some dents on him. And then we're going to advance the Foul Blight Spawn. Not bad. 11-inch move. And where, oh where, doth thy Tallyman go? I don't know, guys. Let's see. Where's the Tallyman go? Let's run him. 1. Yeah. Let's go hang out over here. Get some cover from the obstacle. We're going to advance the Poxwalkers and try and push out that Veil aura. So I don't want them getting in here. But as you can see, my backline's very weak against any kind of shooting. They can get shot down pretty easily. Yeah, taking up that position, providing Luka serve for the Tallyman. And that is it for my movements over here. I got to commit some moves over on this side, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not a big fan of this flank whatsoever, but I feel like scrapping. I'm in a scrappy mood. I want to throw dice. I want to fight in melee and see what that can actually accomplish me. I'm going to run the spawn, advancing the spawn an extra 1. Ooh. I didn't really need to advance them, but they're going to, you know what? Advancing them just so they can go, you can go there and you can hang out here. Hub route pushes forward 6. And then we are going to disembark one of the units of Plague Marines from the Rhino. You know what? I might as well do 2. I might as well do both squads. There we go. So to order this out, because there's a lot of pretty basic movement, Plague Marines disembarked, moved in that position. Plague Marines disembarked, moved in that position. And then the Rhino drove, it advanced. It's not going to fire. It advanced like a 2 or something. It didn't really matter. It just drove to this position here to try and block off that side of the objective. And then our Possessed moved forward their 7. Evidently, I forgot to move the wound marker with him. And then our Plaguecaster walked into the terrain and is on the objective with the Scorpek being the nearest target to him. That's important for his psychic powers. And we're done. We're done moving. We're on to the nasty psychic phase. We are going to go with a Miasma of Pestilence from the Demon Prince onto... I want to smite pretty bad, but it'll just kill 1 or more. It couldn't matter. No, Miasma. Bam. Now we got it. 7. No doubles, so no miscast. They're -1 to hit. And then our Plaguecaster is going to throw out a Gift of Contagion at the Scorpek Destroyers. Well, we got a miscast. Miscast, sorry, Perils of Warp. I'm going to suffer 3 mortal wounds and have 1 wound left. 666 is baby taco cats. Available at the MiniWarGaming store. Just screw over all your psychic phases. Because I rolled over a 7, those Scorpek Destroyers will take a mortal wound. And we're going to roll 7 dice, and for every 5+, because they're currently down to toughness 4, they will suffer mortal wounds. That's going to be 3 mortal wounds. So they take a total of 4 mortal wounds on the Scorpek Destroyers. They succumb to the curse of the leper, and they start corroding and rusting, and their weapons fall off their wrists. It's pretty gruesome for them, I guess. And then we will go and hit them up with the old Gift of Contagion to put the exact same negative malediction on them as before. We got it with the 8+ as well, which means they take a mortal wound because they're within 12, and I rolled over a 7. And they will be -1 strength and -1 attack on their characteristics. As much as you almost killed yourself, buddy, you pulled through for me 1 more turn. You can now die. I'm going to go on to the shooting phase. We're going to start with over here. Sorry, we're going to start shooting over here, where it matters somewhat, you know, it always matters. I don't want to fight the Locust Destroyers, because the problem is, like, I don't really have the firepower to kill more than 1. And Illuminor is just going to make 1 stand back up. So I'm just going to take that incredible wave of firepower every turn and hope for the best. Let's try and whittle this down, because this is important to try and kill off here as much as I can. So we're going to go Foul Blightspawn. He's going to bathe them in his muculent broth. He's been churning it up for a while. It's been stewing for the summer, and it's going to be 3 automatic hits. That wound, you're down to toughness 4. These would normally wound on 2s with his upgrades, but in the case, it's only 3s here. And it goes to your invulnerable save. Invulnerability! You are going to shield 1 of them. That means 2 die and they get to reanimate. 2 are going to get killed by the flamer. And reanimations. We stand 1 up.
And nice. I get to re-roll that
yes,
one.
this is a character within 6. This could be huge. Could 2 stand back up? Oh, not quite close. That's like, you're living the dream here, dude. Like, if you almost got like 2 of them back up, I wouldn't even been mad. I would have been so hyped for these guys. I love Lich. Oh, gosh. Fire with these buddies next. We're going to put everything into the Lich Guard. Just because the Immortals are also in cover. It's a little bit easier to take out the Immortals, but they're a little more important to take out now. So it's going to be about like 4 up saves all over the place in the same wound roll, so I might as well go for them with the 2 damage weapons. And the Melta as well. Not the Bolter part of it, just the Melta. So we have, I guess, you know what, his Combi Bolter, we'll go into them, because why not? So okay. I'll roll him up first. He hits on 2s, and you're down to toughness. You're not within 6 of anything. So
I'm within 6 of the tank.
Oh yeah, the tank, of course. So that's 4 wounding hits on them. 1 dies, maybe. He could stand back up. My unit's done firing at them.
Does he come back?
Nope. Aha, Bulk Goblin.
I get to re-roll it?
Oh yeah, we got a character within 6. He's back up. You can take him on and put him wherever you want.
Boop, boop.
Oh, nice. 2 Blight Launchers that are going to thunk, 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 thunk into them on 2s. Okay, Demon Prince. And these are Strength 6. You're down to Toughness 4. 3s. 4 wounds at your shield save. These are 2 damage each. So every shield fail. Ooh, that's 2 that might die.
Reanimation.
Reanimating 5+. That's going to stand up. 1 reroll, because I got a character nearby. No, that's kill 2. But you get to pick them. Any 2, it's probably, I assume it was going to be the front 2, but I could be wrong. Bloop, bloop, bloop. That guy?
Take that one and that one.
And the Combi Melta. It hits on a 2, wounds on a 3. Well, that's not a plague weapon. And we're on to shooting. We're gonna go with the Hellbrute, firing his Combi Bolter into the Immortals, and then the Multi-Melta into the Scorpec Destroyer. I assume you'd like to Whirling Onslaught?
I'll let it go this time.
Let it go this time? Yeah, I guess I rolled a pair of 2s last time, right? Huh. Hey, good call! The Bolter into the Immortals. Those will all hit. And wound on 1 wounding hit. Actually, no, you're down at lower toughness, 2 wounds. 3 ups. Ooh, does he stand back up? Reroll? Nope, you don't need it.
He just comes back.
You reposition 1 model wherever you like. Nice. He's going to go ahead and block the Scorpex a little bit from getting charged. The Bull Pistol on the Malignant Plaguecaster, the Psyker, into that same Immortal unit, which misses. All I have left to fire are the 2 squads of Plague Marines. So we're going to have... I want to get rid of those Immortals so I can charge everything in on the Scorpec-ish. So we're going to have this squad of 5 that you're looking at. I'm going to cast the Blightning for a command point. It's going to let me pick 3 of my Death Guard models in my army that have Blight Grenades, and it's going to change their characteristic completely. So I'm going to choose the Flail in that unit, the Flail over there, and we're going to say the Champion there. And that will make their grenades Pistol 6 instead of Grenade D6. And we are going to go on to shooting, and we're going to start with that squad of 5 there, and we're going to go 2 of their grenades into the Immortals. And because they're not grenade type anymore, I can throw a Blight Grenade, so he'll throw a Blight Grenade, and we got 2 bolt guns firing at them as well. The 1 Blight Grenade, that's D6 shots. So it's 18 Blight Grenades into the Immortals. I'll resolve that first, because they have AP. These are going to hit on 3s. They only automatically hit with the Blightning if they're within engagement range, which they are not. These are Strength 4 -1. Your toughness is down to 4, so these wound on 4s, and they're plague weapons. So we got 2 rerolls, which gives me 1 more wound. So that's going to be 6 wounding hits at AP 1 on the 3 Immortals. They could survive it. I still have a couple more bolt guns at them. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 dead. That is them going down. No reanimating for them. And then we're going to go with the other squad of Plague Marines. The Flail has the pistol Blightning active still, and then the Champion will throw a Blight Grenade, and then I'll shoot 3 bolt guns at the Scorpec. Pistol 6 plus D6, okay. Another 6, so that's 12 shots from the Blight Grenades on 3s. No re-rolling. And you're down to toughness 4, so 4s. 4 wounds at -1. And these are going to be, that's just 1 fail.
Oh, this guy's going to go down.
Before that reanimation, we have 3 bolt guns, which miss twice, and wound on 4s. 1 more wound.
Yeah.
3 plus. 1 damage. We wound 1, but does the guy we kill stand back up? Because he got killed by an attack. 3 dice. Yeah. I see.
No.
Even with the reroll, no help. Okay. I am now done shooting. It's now time for honorable combat. Death Guard, Demon Prince, Lich Guard. I assume they hold. I'm playing too much fantasy. So there you go. 9. He goes 9. Gonna hang it over there in the crevice, and then the Terminators will declare a charge against the same target, and they're gonna roll up an 8 on their charge. Charging like that, really exposing the Foul Blight Spawn, but we don't care about him anymore. I say that. I do care about him. I should clarify. I do care about him, but I think there's more threats on the table than just him. So hopefully he just survives through proxy of too many other threats on the table. So they got them over there, and then Possessed charging in. They don't care about the negative because of the terrain. They're going to charge 4. Good enough. They'll finish their charge there. And after that charge, we have some more over in this direction. We're going to go Plague Marines. As you can see, they're charging Scorpec Destroyers. They will charge... Oh, they fail. Double 1s. I guess I'll use a command point to reroll that. I can't imagine the other guys failing. Right? You go 4 instead. That's good enough. Going over here to show that the double 1s would have failed. That's they need to get within 3, and that's about 3 1/4 in all direction because the Immortals are screening. So double 1s fail there. They will make it with a 4 though. Taking up that position, we're going to charge these Plague Marines the next same target. I'm going to try and stay away from that guy though. There we go. So no hero convention.
Oh, dang.
Plague Marines will charge 6. We're going to take that position there because we've got to leave the Hellbrute's pretty important to get in there. We're going to try the Hellbrute charging in next to get into this area. Rolling up charge on him, going to go 8. That should get him to end his charge there to leave room for the Possessed to get in there too. We got to just kind of commit to this. Put him down while I can.
Stuff.
If I can. Here we go. 9 inches on the Possessed charge. Oh my. Barely. But good enough. That is it for charging in general. Talk about a hot mess. Now, my Blight Spawn doesn't have anything within 3 inches to interact with, so he can't tell anything to fight last. And I got nothing else too crazy to do, so I think we're ready to start fighting. I just got to make what I would like to call a smart pick first. I think that I'm going to go first with the Demon Prince, only because if I go first with the Blight Lords, I'll pull my Demon Prince out of combat, and I think I can still save face with the Blight Lords if the Demon Prince kills like 2 guys or something. He's got 6 attacks, this Demon Prince, hitting on 2s. Rerolling, because he's got the Warp Insect Hive. It's a great relic for Demon Princes. Is reroll all hit and wound rolls.
Ooh.
So they all hit. And these are strength 8, and you are the proud owner of a new toughness of 4. So these wound on 2s, rerolling as well. And these go right to your shield saves. So 6 shield saves at 3 damage each.
All right, on the shields.
Good luck, Lichguard. You save most of them. 2/3. Good. Only 2 die. Of those 2, we got 4 dice. Maybe they reanimate. We do get a reroll, so I see. The reroll could bring 1 back up. 1 reroll because we're within 6 of a character. We do cut down 2 of them. But what 2 will it be? Bloop, bloop, and bloop. Makes sense to me. 2. The Lichguard will be taking the counteroffensive here. 2 command points, bringing the Necrons down to 3, and they're going to fight next. Well, if it isn't Lichguard striking time. So, they're all in there, ready to win and scrap, and let's see how much damage they can do to the Death Guard. And it's Blood Rights time, yeah?
It is Blood Rights time. So 1 extra attack for 1 command point.
And that's the Novak stratagem. And that will put them all to 4 attacks each, which is going to be 20 attacks into my Blight Lords. It is -1 hit, though. But they have my will be done, so they're hitting on 3s again.
All right, these are needs 3s.
3s to hit, no re-rolling. Boom.
And needing 3s to wound because they are strength 6.
Strength 6. And a couple 1s and 2s, but overall, rather good roll. 9 saving throws. These are AP 3 or 4. Because I charged you. I can't remember if you get extra AP if I charge you or not. But
yes, so they're AP 4.
So I go to a 4+ save. And that's going to kill a Terminator and another one down to 1. This guy was hurt. I moved you a little bit. You go back. I can do it. You die. I hit him again. And 1 wound left on, what do we got here? Where's my champions over there? I guess we'll start losing this Blight Launcher. He's got 1 wound left. And then I'm already over here, so I might as well go with the Blight Lords. Let's begin this show with the flails, because none of the Lichguard are hurt. Let's see if we can't clobber some of them down. Each flail is D3 attacks per attack on the model, which is 3. So we're going to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 attacks. 2s to hit with the flail. We are going to reroll the 1s because we have a Demon Prince right there. I'm just going to go ahead and pick up 6 1s and reroll them. Okay. So we're wounding on 3s with no rerolls there. So 5, 9 wounding hits. 9 damage. 4 of model save. Shields up, Lichguard. Ooh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 fails.
That looks like.
All right, that's not enough to kill the unit. But we have a few more attacks still. They're 2 damage each. We have the 1 axe and the 2 Bale Swords. Sword on the champion's 4 attacks, the other sword's 3, and then the axe is 3. I can do them all at the same time because your toughness is down to 4, and you have a 4+ invulnerable save. So
sure.
These are 2s to hit, and there's a strat. Ooh, 2s to hit, and these are re-rolling because I have a Demon Prince right there. And then these wound on 3s, rolling any 1s because it's plague weapons. These are only 1 damage each, so we have 3, 6, 9 4-ups. I suspect we'll get him though.
What?
Hey! So we do carve right up the middle with these Blightlord Terminators. Oof. And they will consolidate just to get a little bit closer to the enemy here, but nothing too fanciful. In fact, we're even going to bring it back a little bit. You bring it back, you bring it back, you bring it back, you bring it back. There we go. They'll hang out there. And Demon Prince can't do anything. And then we move over to this nonsense where we start with the Hellbrute. I believe we're going with Whirling Onslaught.
Whirling Onslaught for 1. You are -1 to wound.
It should help. 5 attacks with the Hellbrute with his fist on 3s. That's a good start. And because these are strength 12, these are 2s to wound normally, but Whirling Onslaught reduces that by 1. Ah, that was lucky. These are at -3.
Needing 6s.
6s. Nice. He picks up 5 and throws them all over the place. That's 3 damage each. The Hellbrute, who would expect the Hellbrute to do this? And no piling or consolidating after that. And we there are finished. These guys can pile in and consolidate-ish, so they'll go to here. But they're not going to do much more than that. I'm going to try and protect the Hellbrute because he is valuable. He's one of the to-the-end targets. I don't want him getting easily tagged by too much Boom, 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 boom. That is going to end there, and I will get 3 points for holding the middle. And I believe that's it, because the rest of my stuff is towards the end of the game. I forgot to say I did get 10 points for primary on the start of my turn, because I had that objective, but I did not have more than John. This one I didn't have either.
Greater.
Oh, but John's right. I got to fight with these guys. I did not fight with them yet, so I will. I will. They're going to stay right where they are, and they're going to attack in 2 ranks. Can I even move this guy without knocking over 4 trees? There we go. And they will have 16 attacks between them. And these are hitting on 3s, no rerolling. And wounding on 3s, because I bring your toughness down to 4. But they're plague weapons, so I reroll those. So that's 2 fails. That's 9 wounds again. 9 is coming up an uncomfortable amount. We here at the Nurgle Industries hate 9. And that is them cut down as well. No, the Loned Immortals. Oh no! And they'll consolidate into the dents, and that will end my turn. It's still the same score. I just get 3 for the middle, and that's it. And I got 10 for my command phase. I just forgot to mention that earlier. But I'm in a great position on the objectives, forcing the Necrons back into their territory. New battle round. New protocol, 3rd battle round. We get directive 1 and 2 because Novak specialized in the Hungry Void. And the tally man in this command phase gives me a command point. No, not yet. Maybe on my turn. 5 points for primary for the 1 objective there. I'll go over the scores at the end of this battle round here for anyone who is not keeping up. You know what? Before scoring on John's turn, they did, at the end of the 2nd battle round, the score is 18 for the Necrons to 13 for the Death Guard. But now we're moving on the 3rd turn. John gets 5 for his objective over there.
And my will be done is on the Lich Guard.
And then we have no one to reanimate with Technomancy, just because we've been luckily just killing things dead. And we're going to go into movement. And we start over here with these Ophidian Destroyers moving up and around this dense crater and pushing towards my objective back here. More movement. Lich Guard pushing forward. I killed one. Got to deal with the second one. Don't think I'll do super hot against the second one, but we got the first one down. Maybe I'll, you know what, and get some points for that secondary there. I can predict exactly what's going to happen to me here in the middle. You're going to kill these guys in the middle, and my Demon Prince is going to decide, I've done enough. I've gotten 3 points. I'm leaving. So he's just going to leave. Well, that's the position they're going to take there.
The murder buckets are going to go back into the bush.
Crypto Thrall is hiding in the dense terrain, protecting that objective back there. Caesaris will also move back there and protect his Tushy, because the front line's getting a little too dangerously close to him. I don't know how much of a frontline fighter Caesaris is, narratively. Now the Locust Destroyers are moving towards the Terminators in the middle, shoring up their position, right behind the Immortals. More or less to get in range and fire at my poor Hellbrute, who did horrible things to Scorpack Destroyers.
Move my Cryptek over to here.
The Immortals are going to move 3 inches out of the crater.
Out of the crater.
And then the Overlord will tuck into his Lich Guard bodyguard there. Now the Scorpack Lord.
Yeah, he's standing still.
He's looking for a fight.
He's looking for a fight. End of the movement phase. We're going to bless our 2nd squad of Lich Guard.
We want nothing. We don't want a 5-up. Hey, we got not a 5-up.
Plus 1 strength for the rest of the game.
So strength 6 base. Nice.
So they are now
strength 7.
Strength 7, and this turn strength 8 on the charge.
Oh, heck yeah.
All right, we'll take Caesaris into the tank.
With the Eldritch Lance as we begin the shooting phase. D3 shots. It's going to be 1 shot. Hitting on a 2, I believe.
3.
Oh, 3. That's right, yeah, 3.
But that's going to hit.
4 because he's in the dents, but you hit anyways, yeah. And wounds on that. That's a wound. -4, you said?
Yep.
Why don't you go ahead and roll d6 damage then? I'm going to have
1 damage.
1 damage on it. Just a little bit off the top. Just a wee bit off the top.
All right, the Immortals are going to shoot your Marines, or your Terminators.
My Blight Lords, still currently under the effect of miasma. Well, we'll see how much that helps them.
These need 4s, and then they'll need 4s again.
Just 4s and 4s with 10 shots. Oh, that is worlds better than the last one. 4s to wound. Okay. Those Gauss Blasters tear right through the Terminator plate. Oof, there we go. 4 fails for you. So that kills 1 and finished off the second one. Yeah, these Terminators are not long for this world. So you're dead, and you're dead. Just going to move the Destroyers right there. We don't want them within 9 of the Demon Prince, because the Flash Outbreak's active, making Contagion auras 1 battle round higher than what they currently are. So currently battle round 4. even though it's the third battle round. So 9-inch aura of Gloaming Bloat would have meant they were inside of that. We don't want that, so they're going to move there instead. It literally changes nothing. It just means we would have moved the Immortals first, and then that Destroyer would have taken up that position. After those Immortals light up the Terminators,
The Crypto Thralls will take their little murder pistols into the Blight Lords.
yeah, shoot them with their I-beams. Zap, zap.
Needing 3s, bazap, bazap. Or 4s.
4s.
So,
Oh, no, wait.
Nothing.
Oh, because they go up to BS3 if they're near a crypt deck. That's right.
Correct.
Oh, the Miasma protects.
All the destroyers are going to shoot into a big blight boy over there.
Our Hellbrood over there, whose back is exposed. If this was a previous edition, I'd be a little concerned. But yeah, that's still a pretty easy target for them to pick up. That's why they moved there, because that's to the last target, and I can't hide him. I'm going to illuminate him with a solar pulse so that he does not benefit from the dents currently in between the shot there.
So these will be the light shots, needing 3s to hit you.
3s. Rolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s because they hate stuff.
Oh, yes, they do. And then that's 2 more hits.
All right, and these only 5s.
5 to wound. No rerolls on these ones, but regardless, we still have 4 wounding hits. -3, I only have a 6-up save. I will fail all of them. He does have -1 damage, so that's 4d3 -1. He can roll them all at the same time. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage so far. If this one hits and wounds, the Dreadnought is destroyed. The Hellbreed is dead. Hits on a 3, rolling 1s. Okay, well that's what preferred enemy everything is. Come on, big guy. Puts him down to 3 after that volley, and it does unlock his frenzy rule if he hits.
Shooting from the score pack into this Greater Possessed.
Right in front of him. The Midnight Annihilator will have 6 shots, maximum shots, hitting on 2s. No rerolls though, because Gloaming Bloat is active over there. Not that it matters. Nice. Wounding on 3s because it's strength 6. And you can't reroll the 1. That's so 4 at -1. Wounded guy, who is it's -1.
Yes.
So he passes. I guess these are all 4-ups. So he's dead, and then 1 more damage. The Annihilator at them finishes this guy off and wounds this one. Charge time.
Charge time. All right, we will take the Lord into your the Plague Marines.
Well, they're definitely not going to Overwatch. He's going to roll up 5, which is good enough.
Clonk.
Bloop. After that charge there, I'll spend a command point on Relaptic Assault. Can only really target the group possessed here. They have to be Mortarian's Anvil, and they're allowed to Heroically Intervene as if they are characters. But I don't resolve it yet until after that. I have to use the stratagem when the unit charges, but now they're eligible to Heroically Intervene. After that charge,
The Lich Guard are going into the...
my very sad 3-man squad of Bladler Terminators. Rip. All right, here they go. Bam, good enough. 8-inch charge. That's that charge complete. Over to the Ophidian. This is the thorn in my side that I don't have an answer for yet.
The Ophidians will attempt their charge into the into the
Spawn.
Chaos Spawn.
Looks like we need like a 7 maybe without measuring. Well, that's definitely good enough. That's a 10.
+1.
Oh yeah, Novak, you would have only really needed a 6.
Yes.
Well, that's not good for me. Bye-bye, Spawn. And that will conclude charging. I'm just going to Heroically Intervene those possessed now because of Relaptic Assault. This is a weird stratagem. Like, Mortarian's Anvil is my favorite one because of the Gloaming Bloat is my favorite Warlord trait there, and the Warp Insect Hive is my favorite Demon Prince artifact. And this is not a bad stratagem. It's just hard to remember because you have to trigger it when they charge, and then you have to remember it at the end of the phase.
All right, will do Lich Guard first.
All right, Blight Lords. I don't have much hope for you. You got 1 command point. Are we blood writing? Are we eternal guarding or anything? Or are you just going to go with their 30 attacks?
No, we'll add 1 attack just to make sure it sticks.
Fair. And they get all their... Ooh, they don't get their charge bonus. I don't think they need their charge bonuses anyways because it's all the same regardless because of his Revolting Stench Vats. They're within 6. They lose all charge bonuses. But, I don't think it changes anything. I'm just pointing that out there, so I didn't forget about it, people. It just changes nothing. Obviously, they're staying outside of 3 of him as well, so I can't do the fight last. All right, here we go.
Needing 3s because you're still -1 to hit.
Exactly. Nice. 40 attacks. And 3s to wound! Because they're strength 6 base with the swords. Those 20 wounding hits. I only have 9 wounds left to Terminator, so they're dead on average. Got the Cataphractii Plate, 4+. That's 1 dead, 2 dead, alive with 2 wounds. The champion. Oh, Probably not the champion, but probably smart to keep a flail. Go 2 wounds left on a flail, because that's going to do a little bit more for me than a champion would. But I got to pull that champion out of that mountain of metal. There he is. He's in there. He's completely surrounded. The Lich Guard. We have 2 models on the objective to the Demon Prince is 1, so that is their objective now, which will give John 3 victory points at the end. And that's the 2 wounds on that Terminator. I'm just going to keep it off screen because it's going to be harder to show it than with the models there. All right, well, I will probably counteroffensive after that fight. Maybe? Let me do some math in my head. I will counteroffensive. I don't think I have a choice. I don't have an immediate answer nearby other than reinforcements over here, which aren't exactly guaranteed to help out. So we're going to take this opportunity to attack with the Chaos Spawn. I'll go down to 4 command points. I have to roll on a hideous mutation table. This augments their attacks in some way. I rolled a 3. They have 2d3 attacks each. That's toxic hemorrhage, so they are going to be rerolling their wound rolls. 2d3 attacks each. Okay, 6 attacks. They only hit on 5s though, because of the whirling coils of the obsidian destroyers. They're fast and lithe and hard to catch. I hit twice. Ooh, I stopped 3 hits. Nice. And then these are going to wound on your toughness. I think your toughness 4. So you're down to toughness 3. These are strength 5. Yeah, 3s to wound. Rerolling though for toxic hemorrhage. 2 wounds at -2. They should have 6 ups. 6 ups. Oh, huge! It's 2 damage each. Nice. Down to 1. Not bad at all. So we will attack with the Scorpec Lord next. He's going to attack with this Harvester into the Plague Marines. 3 damage each, reduced down to 2, enough to cleave a Plague Marine in half per swing.
Needing a 3 and then needing 2s to wound you.
Yes. Boop, 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 boop. So we hit twice because it's -1 to hit, and no rerolls near the Possessed because of Gloaming Bloat active on them, and no rerolling on the 1 either.
So 1 at -4, -3 damage.
Well, he just killed this Ancient Warrior. Let me get over there. I don't know which one I want to pull. I'll kill you. Bolt gun guy. Now we resolve the Ophidian Destroyers. They shouldn't have a hard time cutting up these Chaos Spawn at all, but we'll see. I was going to pull them. Let's see the Ophidians in action. We've organized all of the attacks into various dice. So the red ones are the Flensing Talons, the dark green ones are the 2 damage ones, and the green ones is the big Hyperphase, the 3 damage one. And then, yeah, so we would probably resolve these technically, the light green, dark green, the red ones. We're going to do them in that order, but we're just going to roll them at the same time, just to save time on the camera here.
Yeah, so needing 3s to hit.
Yes, and you can reroll as well.
Yes, I can find
a reroll for these attacks. So just need 4s and 5s. There's no characters nearby to unlock the command protocols on them. They're acting independently, instinctively. And, well, that's enough to kill 1. I know, that does a big whiff on them. So the big 3 damage ones didn't roll 4s, and these all needed 5s. These are all 1 damage each in the end, but they all failed. And these 3 go, what's the AP? These are AP good.
AP 3, 3, 2.
So no saving against any of that. That's just 3 damage. Because I upgraded them to be nurgly. 1's left. But he's already fought. I'm going to go ahead and triangulate around him so we can't break free too easily. Okay, well, that's it for charges. I'm going to do this Light Lord here, see if he can't take down the Lich Guard there. And the Demon Prince is outside of an inch if anyone's curious, so he will not be able to fight. Light Lord has 3d3 attacks. He's going to be throwing out 7 attacks. 2s to hit. Reroll the 1. And these are 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s. So he's got 7 wounding hits, which are 4+ saves. Every fail's a dead. He kills 2, but they can reanimate.
All right.
5s.
And reanimations.
And that is... No, they do not stand up. He takes down 2 as his 2 Blight Lord brethren go down as well.
Here's...
Boop, boop. And then we move over to combats over here. I'm going to start with the Greater Possessed. The guy I didn't move earlier when I went to go Hero Clean Ravine. So he would have been about here. And, well, he'll be a little bit further back, but he'll pile in there. You're good there. You'll go there. You'll hang out there. All 4 of them are going to attack the Scorpec Lord. 3s to hit. No re-rolling. Normally, toughness 6 on the Scorpec Lord. My Contagion of Nurgle brings it down to toughness 5, and their strength 5. 4s to wound. Oh, okay. That is no 1s to reroll, so that's just 8 wounding hits at -2. He's got a 4+ invulnerable save. He's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 damage. He goes down to the Possessed. I mean, there's still Plague Marines there, but damn, the Possessed. They will go ahead and pile in, or consolidate after that attack. They'll take their wound with them. I'm curious on a hypothetical here. I'm not gonna, there's a stratagem I should have used in the fight phase called Break Their Spirits. Could you roll me a morale check on them, just in case? I'm curious if it would have mattered. You got a 3 and a 4?
7.
Just 1d6, sorry. Just but those are both fine. That makes sense either way. It wouldn't have mattered. Because he has a command point for Terminators. It never comes up, but I've always wanted it to. For anyone watching, if they kill infantry, swarm, or beast, they reduce their leadership by 4 down to 6.
Oh my!
I know, right? So if I was thinking about using it, but he only killed 2. Had he killed 3, I might have. But in hypothetically, I made the right call. But I really wanted to see that stratagem come into play. Oh, at the end, scoring, you get 3 victory points for controlling the middle objective, which my Demon Prince is standing on, but I'm at a model loss on it. And then you get Purge the Vermin because I'm not in your table quarter. I have one.
Yes, you are. You are in my table quarter because I was not able to remove
That's
the guy.
right. He's the one model with 2 wounds left. He'd survive 40 attacks. Well, the unit survived 40 attacks. But is there no restriction? It's just anywhere in the table quarter? I believe.
It is wholly within the table quarter.
Okay, so he qualifies for that. Yeah, you're right. All right, so I do deny those 2 points, and then Demon Prince does not secure that objective. So 3 points for John and the Necrons. The fact that those 2 units survived is those are 2 of my to the ends, and now that's them kind of tied up with him, and then it's like denying 2 points there. It denies a lot more than it might meet the eye. So I got incredibly lucky that both those units survived. And that wasn't like I didn't do anything good to keep them alive. I just rolled well. That was it. He survived with 2 wounds, and that one big gun there was like a 3 and a 3, and that guy was dead. I'm up to 5 command points, but my Tallyman might be kind and give me a 6th one. Tallyman. Yes, he does. Rolls an 11. 1 more command point. Flash Outbreak for 2 command points in my command phase. I think I'm going to put on the Rhino. Just to have the Rhino drive around with a 9-inch aura of no rerolls. It's going to hover around these destroyers. Tallyman has no and a buff with +1 to hit, so we're past that. He's done. We're going to go right on to movement. So we still have to deal with that Veil of Darkness, because as much as people are thinking, oh, just drive up and charge the Rhino into the Locust Destroyers, Veil of Darkness is a perfect answer to that. So we have to first answer the Veil of Darkness. We're in not a bad position. We're going to advance the Foul Blight Spawn. 4 inches. That's not enough, I don't think. At advance, we're going to go 9 inches into the woods near the objective. I was hoping to move right here, but I needed a 6 on the advance to get there, so I was off by a couple inches. I landed here instead, which is not enough to target him. He's got the prismatic obfuscation, so he can't be targeted unless he's the closest. Not to mention, he still has Luka there as well. So we're going to hide him over there, and that'll still give him okay range to bathe enemies in muculent broth, our all favorite thing to do. So the Demon Prince is going to move 10 instead, and he'll end up in that position. And exposing the objective, but I don't really see how I can wrestle that objective away. I'm going to try to run the Poxwalkers, and if I get lucky enough on their advance, I can take it because they're OBSEC. But let's go see. They're going to advance too. Well, that's not fast enough. I'm going to move like that just in case we can't get that Veil of Darkness. Tallyman's just going to hang out where he is there. He's pretty content where he is. We're going to come to the greater, not the greater possessor, but the possessor going to move 7 inches out. Moving 7. And I forgot scoring on my turn. I did have this objective. I had the 1 in my territory, and I had the 1 on that flank. That will be 15 victory points for the Death Guard in my command phase. Before I disembark all the Plague Marines and whatnot in there, we are going to move to this side of the table and move all this stuff. However, moving back to support, it's a 6-inch charge, assuming nothing dies. It's a big assumption. Psyker will hopefully not kill itself through psychic powers, and it's going to move over to here. Sorry, I'm recording a stump. There we go. My bad, the Psyker. These Plague Marines are going to move over here, 5 inches. They are going to get themselves carved up by Lich Guard. But if they don't, that's OBSEC on the objective if they make that charge. So that's also a bonus. And then these Plague Marines, well, these Plague Marines are going to move 5. That's where they'll end up. Move the Rhino a little bit. I'm just going to advance it arbitrarily just to make it so I can know I can just go there safely. Just to provide lookout, sir, for the Plague Caster. And then we are going to disembark our 10 more Plague Marines from inside of here. And let's see what I can do with those. Disembark there. They'll just stay in that position. The other squad will disembark at the back. We'll take up that position. They just moved a little bit after the disembark, whereas they did not. And I guess we'll just keep the Rhino where it is because it's not honestly moving much from where it already is. So, on to the Psychic phase. The Demon Prince will Miasma himself. If he gets it with a 6, good enough. So he's -1 to hit. And then we're going to go with our Psyker over here, our Plaguecaster, who is going to, Gift of Contagion, first of all. You got it with the 10, so they're -1 strength and -1 attack. And they take a mortal wound because they're within 12, rolling as high as I did. So down to, is he dead? No. Well, I might as well commit now. Let's give them a Curse of the Leper. Oh, we got it with an 11. Why is this Psyker so powerful? I'm gonna roll 7 dice. For every 4+, because they're down to toughness 3, they suffer a mortal wound. +1 because I rolled over a 7. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mortal wounds. You just died of the mortal wounds. And we're on to shooting. I have some. I do have some. I will go with a command point on Blightning again. I get to pick 3 of my Plague Marine models, and they can throw Blight Grenades in their Pistol 6 instead. So I'll just say Flail, and that guy. That's 1 command point. I'm down to 3. And we're going to go ahead and fire all of them into these Immortals, because we want to kind of get rid of them. So we'll start with we'll go Blight Grenade. So 2 of them are going to shoot their Blight Grenades like pistols. One's going to throw a Blight Grenade, and then 2 of them are going to shoot bolt guns. 12 plus 1. Nice. 13. Oh, there we go. 13 shots with Blight Grenades. 3s to hit, no re-rolling, because there's no character nearby them to help them out. That was a hit. And then these wound on no, you're down T4. 4's to wound. And it's a plague weapon. So we have 5 wounds, 6 wounds at -1. They're not AP1. I cheated John a little bit over there, but I know there was 1s and 2s, and there was only 3 Immortals there anyway, so it was for the most part okay. These are not -1, so you do have guys with 2-up saves in there.
All right, so
But they are strength 4.
take them on the 3-ups first.
The 3-up first, 1 at a time. Good. Good. Double good. Quadruple good. Very good.
Super good.
Not a single damage on them. Nice. And then we have 4 bolt gun shots, which means I could have rolled them all at the same time last time. And these wound on 4s. 1 more wound. And 3-up he passes. And then we're going to go on to these guys, and we got the Flail throwing the grenade at them. And then we're going to do D6 grenade shots, and the rest bolt guns into them as well. 6 from the 1 Blight Grenade, plus 3 more. It's a good thing I didn't kill anything there, because I'm blanking on a rule completely. I'm firing pistols and rapid fire guns and grenades. You can't do that. You can only fire pistols or everything else. So do not do as Luka does. Do as Luka says, but not as he does, because Luka's a cheater. Again, it was just the 3 Immortals over there, and I had more than enough to try and take them out. And I only needed to kill 1, and I got at least the 1. I killed the whole unit, but probably would have killed them with melee too. It's all good. I had units that didn't attack. Those 3 Immortals would have died. But over here is way more important. It's more important to do this one correctly. So it's just 6. The Blightning's not as effective. I'll do the 6 Blightning anyways. Oh, good. They hit on that, and they don't reroll, and they wound on that. 1 wound, no AP.
It goes through.
I got the 1 guy. Does he reanimate? 5 up. No. Kill him out front, and we have 4 in cover. Might as well fire the Rhino. It's right there. Rapid firing the Combi Bolter. 3s. All the way to the Rhino. 2 wounds. 2+ saves. The Rhino does nothing. What a surprise. And they got some shots. I'm not going to bother throwing them. There's nothing they can shoot at. That's the only good target to fire at, but there's like too many models in the way, so we're not going to bother firing them. And we're right on to charging. We're going to start with the Demon Prince charging. You know what? We're going to start with these Plague Marines charging those Immortals. Would you like to Overwatch or anything fancy? You get to Overwatch on a 5-up because you're in a Crater equivalent.
I have no command points.
I'm just going to charge. 11. That's right. You are correct. Boom. In they go. And that means we're just going to go ahead and charge the Demon Prince into the Destroyers and the Technomancer. Bloop. That's an 8. We'll have you go right there. And I don't think that Overlord is going to be able to Hero Intervene too much. I don't know if the Crypto Thralls can Hero Intervene or not, but
they can with a command point.
Wild. All right, and then we're going to go on to these Plague Marines declaring a charge against the Immortals and the Destroyers. Aha! 11! Lastly, the Possessed. Or we'll charge the Destroyers. 11? Oh, not quite. Well, they are within 5, so it's a legal charge. We'll end up about here. Probably a little bit closer, it's about half an inch. We'll go there, 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 and you guys will go bloop, bloop. The front squad of Plague Marines will declare a charge against the Lich Guard. 7! And they'll charge in like that. More important for the Flail to get kind of in the middle there, as he does. That should be it for my charging. So we're going to go right on to combat, and we're going to start with those Plague Marines. In fact, we'll start with the Flail as well. And we're going to spend a command point on nothing. Let's just do this. Yeah, this is fine. The flail attacks, because he's got a plague knife as well. He gets the third attack, so it's going to be 5, 6 attacks with the flail. Hitting on 3s. Okay, no Demon Prince nearby to help him there. And wounding on 3s. 2 shields.
Wow, one goes through.
1 dies. And I got some plague knife attacks. The Plague Marine champion has to go with his stupid Plague Blade because it's wounds on 3s instead of 4s. 2 hits. And reroll. So that's 1 wound so far. Might as well do. I guess you could say it's only minus. You're good. And then we have 2, 4, 6 more attacks. No, just 4 more attacks. 4 more on 3s and 4s. And 4s. 1. 5 up, no damage. That's all they got. And then I'll go ahead and resolve my other charges. I'm going to go with the Demon Prince. I'm going to put everything into the Crypt deck.
Reanimation.
Oh, yeah. He didn't reanimate yet. 5 ups. Nope, close. So 1 Lich Guard dies to the flail. And then the Demon Prince will put all 6 attacks into the Technomancer. We can't, we got to kill him now before you get resurrection protocols. 2s to hit, re-rolling. 2s to wound, re-rolling.
And he's dead.
There should be no save. Yeah, that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 damage.
And point, I cannot bring him back to life.
Right, we cannot, the Veil being dead is the #1 goal of this turn. And then over to here, I guess, the Possessed. You'll go to there with the Pylon, you'll go to there, and then the other guys are not going to quite make it. So you'll go to there, but you're going to be too far away to fight. So 3 of them will be fighting. 3s to hit. And strength 5, your toughness 5 normally.
Their toughness 6 because of the blessing.
Oh yes, they're down to T4 now. So only 4s wound, 1 reroll. And that's 3, 7 wounding hits at -2. And these are 5 pluses. That does... You make 2, so that kills 1, and another one is down to 1 wound. You might as well reanimate them, just because that's all their attacks. So we need 3 5-ups here. I see, no, that is a dead destroyer. That one over there will die, as they all reposition around for combat, and then they will further consolidate. And they'll go, bloop, touch that guy's base, bloop, and get all up in there. And then the Plague Marines here will attack. We are going to put all of the attacks into the destroyers. Champion with his knife will attack first before the flail. They all hit. And your toughness 5, so these are strength +1, plague weapon. So that's 2 wounds at -1, which are 4 ups. Oh, good, nice. 6 more attacks with plague knives on 3s. And 5 still, because you're T5 after the augment. Okay, 2 wounds at -1. 1 damage. It kills that 1 wounded destroyer off right there. And then I have to go with the flail. And then 3d3 attacks with the flail because he's got 2 plague weapons. That will be 7 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on. These are strength 5, so 4s with the plague weapon trait. So 3 wounds at -2. So 5 ups. 2 damage each. It does 4 damage, kills 1 of them. And then that's it. You get to reanimate up to 2 of them. Losing the heavy destroyer because we want to stay near Illuminor. But that is 6 dice. We might actually be able to get one of these back. That's 7. That's right. He had 4 wounds, so you chose to take him with the 4 damage. Interesting to help the reanimate out a wee bit more. So if we get 4, he stands back up. If we get 3, another one does. So it's 1. Nope. Damn destroyers. All right, and lastly, these Plague Marines are going to try to attack these Immortals. I got 3. No, I'm not going to bother with Haze of Corruption. We'll go first with the flail, though. It's going to be 5, 6 attacks. 3s to hit. There's no point in piling them in either. The Demon Prince is too far away to help out. And wounding on, you're down to toughness 4, and these are strength 5, so those wound at -2. The Immortals are taking the +1 to hit in melee stance. I can't hold the line or whatever it might be for being in a crater. Only 1 dies.
Yay.
And then I can do the, I gotta do them all separately still. The Champions is a big demonic plague blade. It's forced to wound, that's 2 wounds so far, and I'll do the knives. The 3 guys with knives are all the same AP, so I was going to throw them out there now. And 2 more wounds. So 4 wounds in total at -1, so they have 4 ups. And that kills 3 of them. That does finish them off. Just, oh my gosh. All right, and then we will consolidate further in to the swamp. Dare I say it? This is my swamp. Yep, it's Lich Guard's turn.
All right.
Go with the Lich Guard. Yeah, you pile them in, you figure out, and then you divvy up all the attacks you seem fit.
We'll do 5 Lich Guard into your Plague Marines and 2 into your Blight Lord.
I don't take away their charge bonuses this time, because the Foul Blade spawn's over there. Makes me realize I forgot to shoot him, but he had no great target, so I wasn't too concerned about it. They're gonna go ahead and attack with AP 4 on their attacks because I charged them. So the 2 attacking the Terminator should be 6 attacks.
Hitting on 2s because you gave miasma to your Demon Prince.
Yeah, he's safer. Yeah, he's a little bit safer. So a little bit easier to hit him. Yeah, it matters. It's 3 2s in there. Oh no! Wounding on 3s. And we got 4. I would just say he's dead. He's only got 2 ones left. Oh, he's dead. Even with a reroll, he's dead. There, the giant squad of 10 Terminators have been annihilated. There goes one of mine to the last. And then many attacks into the Plague Marines. Would like this objective, please, and thank you. These hit on 2s.
2s into 2s.
2s into 2s. Ah, on T5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right, here we go.
2s.
Needing 3s.
3s, and no save against these, so it's anything that goes through. So that's 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead, 5 dead, and a half. There's only 5 there. Lied, there's only 4. I was kind of hoping 1 would live, but alas, they do not. Boop, boop, boop. We consolidate a little bit closer towards the Poxwalkers, and that will be it, other than the fact that these Locust Destroyers get a strike. We go 2 into the Possessed, and then 1 into the Demon Prince.
All right, 2 into the Possessed.
Possessed first.
Hitting 3s, rerolling 1s.
The Gloaming Bloat is nearby, so no rerolls. 2 hits and wounding on 5s. I have T5 on them.
Yeah, so 5s.
1 wound, and I take a damage. Mind, they would have been forced to wound because there's a character nearby, and I charged them, but there was no force there. So down to 1 wound.
All right, and into the Prince.
Mr. Prince, 1 hit, and that's a wound. Yep.
No, that was a oh, I don't reroll it.
But I'll count that as a wound though. It's all the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Boop. That's safe. That's it for fighting. On to the morale phase. They lost 3, so that means they're going to pass automatically. The Lich Guard are fine as well. My poor Plague Marines that were on that objective are dead. It was I guess it was a bold play for 3 points, but I took my shot, and it didn't work out. So at the end of my turn, I am scoring nothing for the middle objective because I'm not holding it. And that's it. We're on to the 4th battle round, where my auras are now really big range. They're all 9-inch auras of -1 toughness. Ooh. And we're in the protocol of the Conquering Tyrant. 2nd directive, fall back and shoot at -1 to hit. Turn 4. Does my Tallyman give me a 4th command point? He does not. Maybe on my turn if he's alive. Technomancer from Illuminor is going to bring back the Heavy Destroyer because the core now we just reanimate 1 fully. They are within 6. It's all part of the... And my Will Be Done is going to go on the Destroyers as well. Give them +1 to hit to counteract the -1 to hit. They're going to suffer for falling back here. Also going to pop the Orb of Eternity on the Lich Guard, just in case things go sour, which will allow them to immediately trigger the reanimation protocol rolls with a +1 modifier on it, so they come back on 4s. And there are 3 missing, so that'll be 6 dice. How many do we get back? Boop, 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 boop. That is 1.5. So 1 stands back up from the orb. We get 1 more Lich Guard. And then we're on to the end of the command phase for scoring. You're on 1 objective, 2 objectives, but not more than the Death Guard. So 10 points for the Necrons. Lich Guard are moving away from the middle, and they're going to go attack a flank. Overlord will be advancing. He moves 6+. 4. And then he's going to move right on top of the objective. Boom, hello. And then the Destroyers will be falling back, but because they're near a character of the 2nd directive, the Conquering Tyrant, they are able to still shoot, but at a -1 to hit, but they have My Will Be Done. So just balance each other out. Hello. There's no way to escape the heroic intervention range of the Demon Prince. So whatever they do, they gotta make it count. The Thralls poke their heads out a little bit because they could act as a way to protect the Destroyers. They're just gonna stand right there.
No, sorry. I'm gonna
shot at the helper. Oh no.
He's gonna stay right there to help shoot at
the Demon Prince.
The Demon Prince.
Nothing to augment at the end of the movement phase, so we're right on to shooting. Where do we begin? This nonsense. This could be a very, very dicey phase, so let's see where this goes. I hate this for the Demon Prince, but all the Destroyers are shooting at my Warlord, the Demon Prince. I committed him. I exposed him. So let's see. I had forgot about Conquering Tyrants. That's on me. It made sense that it was his turn, too. I should have seen that coming.
Played it right.
He played it right. Absolutely. He fell into the trap of the command protocol. These are hitting on... Is this the many shots? Yeah.
Yeah, these are the lots of shots.
He does have miasma on him, so it's technically -2 to hit him with a +1. He's the only real target, so there's obviously abundant targets, but he's the most important one.
It'll be 4s and a 4s.
4s and a 4s on this first one, no rerolls either way, just because of Gloaming Bloat. 4s to wound him. That's going to be 0 wounding hits on him. And then we have the one singular shot that could one-shot him.
Oh yeah, here he goes.
That's a hit and a 3 to wound. Should be strength 9, 10, yeah.
It is.
Strength 10, negative, just 3 to wound. Ooh. I think I'd be insane not to re-roll this one shot. Oh man, I'm gonna command point it. Oh,
Taco Cat.
Demonic, just phases right through him. It just does nothing to him. Hypothetically, could you roll the 3d3 for me? I'm curious. It's gonna be 2, 5, 6 down. It'd be a 5 damage shot. Xeris is still likely to take out the Demon Prince. D3 shots though is fate with you. Ooh, it's a good start. 3 shots hitting on 4s because of miasma. We have 3 hits. Oh
right.
Goodness, and these are strength better than 6, so 3s to wound.
2.
Right, it's not 12, is it?
No, it's 8.
2 wounding hits. First one, demonic. Second one, not demonic. So D6 minus 1. It's gonna be 1. The worst part is there's so much hope for the Necrons in this game too. Like they're still like they're not out, and it's just it's getting like grimmer and grimmer with these bad dice. 7 wounds left on him. Crypto Thrall's little head lasers. Damn. He has this, so 4s to hit.
4s.
That is 1 hit.
Yeah.
And probably a 5 to wound.
Needing a 5.
That's a wound.
Woo.
And that's not a save, so that's 6 wounds left. There we go. That's going to conclude shooting, so we can go right on the charge phase.
All right, the Crypto Thralls are going into the big demon.
Absolutely. Makes sense. So you can protect. Nice. -2, but that's still good enough. So I don't have to heroically intervene. More so I can't heroically intervene. It's a sacrifice.
The Lich Guard will go into both the Hellbrute and the
Plague Marines.
the Plague Marines.
No Overwatch for me. I don't really feel it. Oh, that's good enough. That's a 5-inch charge because no block. And we are going to go ahead and fight first with these Lich Guard. They get to pile in. That's what they look like after charging.
And I'll split the attacks.
Nice, I like it.
We'll do 4 and 4.
Nice. So splitting the attacks 4 to 4. What are we starting with?
This will be the Hellbrute.
Hellbrute, so it's going to be 12 attacks into the Hellbrute, hitting him on 3s because no augments on them. Bloop, 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 bloop. That looks like 2/3 miss. Yep, that's not ideal. These are wounding on 4s because they were augmented by Xeris earlier, making them strength 7 with the Hyperface Blade. Strength 6 base. So that's 1 wound. No save because you're no block. Somehow he lived. So he goes down to 2 remaining wounds. And then into the Plague Marines. All right.
3s into 3s.
3s into 3s. No save also. And 3s to kill. Every pair is a dead Marine. So that kills 2.5. 2.5 for dead, so that's the champion over there. So that means you're dead, and you're dead. And then we'll put the 1 wound in the middle there. Boom. I don't know if you caught it on camera now, but John said before doing the attacks, like, I'm going to do the incredibly smart play and split my attacks and split them up. I actually agree with the split attack here because when you're so far on the back foot, you need these like gigantic, miraculous, like dicey plays. Because like you could hypothetically could have killed all of those off in the split attack, and then that was like double value, and that puts you in a great position as opposed to really only committing to killing one and then still taking the hit back from the other. Whereas like they were going to get hit really hard next turn anyways, so it's like I always like those kind of plays personally myself. Let's see what happens back. I'll start with, I don't know, we'll do the Plague Marines, I guess. You there, and then actually we'll just stay like that. Bad, I forgot about the Crypto Thralls. I will not counter offensive. Let's just hope the Demon Prince lives, I guess. Hitting on
3s.
3s.
Needing or 4s.
It should be 4s, yeah, because
you're -1 to hit.
He sets their BS to 3 up, or Webso to 3 up, so -1 hit. So it's 4s, and I think they're strength. Are they strength 6 or 5?
5.
Yeah, so 4s and 5s. 5s to wound. And they also go up extra attacks when there's like Crypt Protect nearby as well. That's why they have 12 attacks. That is 1 wounding hit at AP of, I believe, 1 or 2. That's
2.
That's the damage. So if I didn't make that reroll, he would be dead. So I probably would have counter-offensive if that was the case. No matter what, that means I would have been down 2 command points. So there would have been some value if I didn't make that reroll. I will attack, because I'm already over here, the Demon Prince will go now. He'll put all 6 attacks into those Crypto Thralls because he's got no other target. 2s, Warp Insect Hive, and 2s, Warp Insect Hive. So that's 6 at minus, I think only 3. Only -3.
Here's 6s.
6s. Oh, they're all dead. But they saved the Destroyer's lives. For now. I got no consolidation to do with that either. Next, we'll go with the Plague Marines, and we'll start with the Flail. The old Flail at 3d3 attacks. Oh, there we go. That's only 4. Boop, 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 boop. 3s and 3s. Plague Weapon, 4 wounds.
Needing 4s?
4 ups, and it'll kill 4. That's that 31-point model. And the Champion, no reroll, 1 wound, and then the other regular guy, nothing. So because they're that was a wound T4. So 2 at -1, which is still 3 up saves. So just 1 more damage.
8 reanimations.
8 reanimations, and 1 guy's wounded. And 5 ups. Every pair is a guy back.
Nope.
One guy.
One guy comes back.
One guy comes back. So I only kill 3.
Ah, you can stay dancing with me.
Alrighty. Put the wound on this guy over here. So we're gonna go with the Hellbrute next, and he'll attack. Sure. And we're gonna spend 2 of our last command points on Haze of Corruption for the Hellbrute. He is core, so any excess damage on his 3 damage attacks that are not allocated to a model when it's killed, albeit when they have, like, example, when they have 1 wound and he does 3 damage, that 2 extra damage automatically gets allocated to another model, superseding all saving throws. So it's like Age of Sigmar. So hitting on 3s, and your toughness 4, so these are 2s, and he's under Frenzy, so he rerolls his 1s. So these are all 4 plus invulnerable saves. And that's gonna be 3 fails. So it's so the first fail kills him, and then the extra 2 damage kills another.
And then that does him and a half.
Exactly, yeah.
And then that does him and him. That's all of them.
So Haze of Corruption, he just cleaved through all the Lich Guard. Interesting. He'll consolidate towards the nearest enemies. He's kind of gonna go at an angle though. He's gonna go like that. It gets technically closer, but he wants to hide because he's a coward. And that will bring it to morale. And that means we are gonna see nothing run away. Nothing needs to test. Score-wise, 3 victory points for holding the middle with the Necrons. They'll purge the vermin. I am verminous and I am everywhere. So no points for that. Both players at 1 command point now. Is the tally man so kind? Oh, he failed me this turn. Only 3 command points. Come on, tally man. There's no point in using Flash Outbreak. There wasn't no point in me doing it last turn. I kind of wasted a couple command points, I think, in hindsight, from the Flash Outbreak. So I'll not use it now, and I believe there's nothing for him to touch within 6 inches that's core. So we're good there, and we're gonna go on to movement. Then just jumping to the other side of the table where these possessed are, they're gonna move towards the Illuminor. And he's there, and then the other squad of possessed moved up there 7 to help surround him. These Plague Marines here will move 5. Just to split them up a little bit so I can tell who's who. We're there with them. And then you 5 are gonna go for them. And the Death Guard Demon Prince will go enact honorable combat. We'll do Warlord on Warlord. Bloop, and get him over there. And the Poxwalkers will Poxwalk their way over here. Hey, look how happy they are. I'll take up that position, and then those Plague Marines are going to come 5 inches towards the Demon Prince. And there we are, moving them forward. And then the Hellbrute, he's done enough. He's suffered enough. He's okay back here. Everything else doesn't really matter. It's doing something it needs to do wherever it is right now, currently. And that is it. I suppose we're going to go on to shooting, where I'm just going to pass. I don't want to bother. The only good gun I have is him, and he's hiding. I got grenades I could throw, but I think I'm just going to beat things up in melee. But they'll throw a blight grenade, then they're going to throw a blight grenade, and they're going to put all their bolt guns into them. So I can probably quickly resolve that. So should be able to do them all at the same time, but I'll do probably blight grenade. It's going to be 2 shots, 2 hits. Keep those, and then I guess I could have done. So that's 1 wound so far, and I'll throw all the 4 bolt guns in there as well. The blight grenades obviously from the flail guy. And bolt guns, reroll the 1. That dude is probably too far. And 4s, because I lower the toughness. So 5 wounding hits, no AP. 3 pluses. It'll do great. I do 1 whole damage. All right, the other squad will do the same thing. Blight grenade, 2 shots, and then we have 8 bolt guns. 4. Actually, no, the blight grenade has to come from that guy, so it's only 3 bolt guns. So it's 2 plus 3 bolt guns, all hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. Okay, good. Nothing. There we go. We did 1 whole damage. Equates to literally nothing. And we're gonna go on to charging. We'll go Demon Prince into both.
Oh, I'm not gonna Overwatch.
Boom. And then we're gonna, you wanna resurrect him?
I want to try.
And then the Plague Marines are gonna go in. They will go 5, Yeah, that's fine. Let's go like this. And then we're gonna have the Poxwalkers declare both as well. 9. All right, they're getting in there nice and close. I've got Possessed on the left, they're charging. They're gonna make it in. I'll just move them all at once. The Possessed on the right, they're gonna make it in. And then the Plague Marines. Yeah, they fail. This is what it looks like without the trees. And with them. Hey. And let's see if those Plague Marines can make it into the Locust Destroyers. And roll a 7. All right, they do make it in. Glorious. All right, well, that is it. Oh, goodness. No counteroffenses, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw all of the possessed attacks into Illuminor. Is there any negatives to hit him?
No.
No? Okay. So on me, I only have enough dice near me to do one half of their attack. So the first, we'll say the guys closer to me. They'll attack first. And your toughness 6 down to 5. So I wound you on 4s with the Plague Weapon trait. Wounds, one more time. And we have 5 wounds, 6 wounds at -2.
He's
5 ups?
5s.
That'll be...
None.
Right, he's not dead yet.
He has 1 wound left.
The other ones will attack. Go Possessed. Wee. Oh, go Possessed. That's, oh, God. Oh. Ooh. Bam. We wound 4 more times. All right, Illuminor. What do you got? Only death. Or sweet retreat. Illuminor doesn't die. He just reanimates later. Nab that objective. And then I will go with those Plague Marines. There was not a single 5 up there, was there?
There was not a single 5 up.
It seems it's the synopsis of the game here, pretty much. There was not a single 5+. We have the Flail, which is 3d3 attacks. Okay. Hitting on 3s, because we have a Demon Prince nearby, we roll the 1s. And these are wounding on 3s, because we're down to T4. Okay, 2 wounds at -2.
Sir,
Oh, that's right. They
T6.
got T6. So we have 1 wounding hit. I forgot that was their upgrade. 2 damage kills that one. I'm not attacking with the other weapon, so you can reanimate him now.
Oh.
Not even gonna waste everyone's time. We all know it's not gonna do anything. All right, he's fine. And then I'm gonna attack with the other squad of Plague Marines and only their flail, because that's all I care about. Look at all the 5s. 3d3 attacks from that flail. It's gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5. 3s. Demon Prince. Nice. And 4s. 1.
All right, a 5.
5? 2 damage? Okay, I will attack with these guys and their knives because it matters if I kill them while they're not here. We have the champion who has to... He's strength 5, so I do have to do him separate. Womp womp. And Demon Prince. All right, that felt like that was a drop dive. 3 wounds on him somehow. And then the other guy's got a dagger, which... So 4 wounds at -1.
-1?
Yeah, they got like little chain swords that are plague weapons.
4 ups. He's fine.
Oh, he's absolutely fine. Okay, cool. I guess I'll go with the Poxwalkers now. Oh gosh, I don't even want to.
Come here.
All right, there's 7 Poxwalkers able to attack. They hit on 4s. These are all into the Locust Destroyers. I just want to get that last wound off him. 2 wounds, no AP. 3 ups. Can I get him? Hey, does he reanimate? Hey, nice. And they're actually infantry, so I add a Poxwalker to my unit. I'm not going to, but there's a Poxwalker there. The Demon Prince, as much as I'd love to kill the Destroyers, we're going to go into honorable combat with the Lord. Overlord! He's got Enduring Will, so these are all 2 damage each instead of 3. So these are 2s to hit with the Warp Insect Hive. Okay. And these are 2s to wound. Wait, your toughness 4, right?
He is toughness 5.
Yes,
not toughness 4, so.
Warp Insect Hive. All right, 5 wounds. These are strength 9 or 8 or something. 4+ invulnerable saves. Phase Shifter. Oh, you make
3 go through.
That's 6 damage.
He's gonna die.
Are we gonna Resurrection Protocol?
We're gonna resurrect your protocol.
4+. You know what? It never works for me, but I try it every time.
Here we go.
I'm not surprised. Down goes the Overlord. Okay.
All right.
Destroyers get to fight back.
I'm gonna bonk the.
Demon Prince?
He's got 5 wounds left.
Correct.
I can't. Here we go.
Here we go.
Needing 3s.
Miasma? 4s? No, they might well be done. You're right, 3s. They're still good to go. Boom, 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 boom.
Reroll that one.
Oh, Gloaming Bloat, no rerolls here.
Oh.
And 5s to wound. That is
2 wounds.
A pair of wounds. That's a pair of damage. Yeah. Oh, he's got 3 wounds left. That's cool. I have nothing else to fight them with. There's no morale to do for them. So scoring, I gain 5 victory points for the mission secondary because I'm on the opponent's objective and the one in the middle. All right, and then we could summarize the last battle round of the game because we're on turn 5 now. They would just fall back from combat, and then I would just hunt them down with the Demon Prince and charge with something else to do the Overwatch. That's not exciting. Score-wise, for the Necrons, just to go over this, there's no protocols because the Overlord's dead. And I unfortunately was able to wrestle control of all the objectives. The Death Guard have won the field. So that'd be 0 points on primary for Necrons. You get 0 points for Purge the Vermin, and 0 points for their objective on the middle there. And now, on the Death Guard turn, I pretty much just stay exactly where I am, because I have models exactly where I need them all. I got Bubonic Astartes in every table quarter. Every objective is near a corruption marker, so I don't need to move anything. And then I would get 15 points for primary on my turn, and I would get another 5 points for holding the enemy's objective and the objective in the middle. The last thing to talk about is the Spoiled Ground, because a lot of people might not be familiar with that. That is a Death Guard specific one. It has 4 clauses. Bear with me here. 4 victory points at the end of the battle if you have 1 or more Bubonic Starter units wholly within your opponent's deployment zone and 1 or more wholly within your deployment zone. That's 4 points. 4 victory points at the end of the battle if you have 1 or more Bubonic Starter units from your army wholly within 3 different table quarters. And those units are all more than 6 away from the center of the battlefield. So we got... And Rhinos have Bubonic Astartes, if anyone's curious. That's why they're a good addition to the army, because no one really wants to shoot Rhinos, and they're great for scoring points at the end. So we got Rhinos hanging out over there. He's Bubonic Astartes in this table quarter. That's why I moved him there, and the Tallyman is also in this table quarter. That's why I'm like, where's stuff in your table quarter, Luka? Well, the Tallyman and the Hellbrute are in my table quarter, just barely. And they're also more than 6 inches away from the middle, which is that bad boy right there. And the last 2 clauses, 4 victory points at the end of the battle if you control more than half the total number of objective markers on the battlefield. And there are Bubonic Astartes units from your army within 3 of those. So like I don't have one over here, but I got the other half. And the last one is 4 victory points at the end of the battle if every objective marker on the battlefield is within a contagion aura range. So I got 16 points for it, but you can only get 15 as a max.
And for all of you beautiful Vault members out there, I, Matthew, will be playing a 180 Neophyte Genestealer Cult list, because I'm crazy, against Scaries from Scardcast Craftworld Eldar. Click the link below to get your free 7-day trial.
For those of you who are stuck around, John and I are going to enter the post game now, where we're going to talk about the final score. It's an unfortunate one, but there's a lot of circumstance to it as well. Final score for the Death Guard: 93-49 for the Necrons. The Necrons had a good strong start. They took the early push for the middle, put Lich Guard in the middle, which is what I would do, and we even did out the math because we both did the math in our heads on the initial push. I said it early on in the game. I deployed my Lich Guard aggressively, my Blight Lords aggressively. You deployed your Lich Guard aggressively. Whoever won that roll off was going to run right to the middle. And for my Blight Lords, I knew I'd be looking down your Locust Destroyers and all your other Immortal Firepower, and I was going to weather it and just scrap for as long as I could, get like a point or 2 of it, and then hopefully flank to get that objective later on, which kind of worked out for me. But I think I said, I may have said in the battle report, I'm going to walk, because I'm going second. I lost 3 Destroyers off, 3 Blight Lords off the rip, and that felt bad for me. But I'm like, you know what? Just keep pushing, boys. Just keep going. That's like a 425 or 450 point unit. So losing 3 of them right away, and then when I committed, I think I only had 6. So I was already at half strength. But those 6 were able to push through with the Demon Prince. Got lucky. Like doing the math, both John and I were thinking that there's probably gonna be like 1 or 2 Lich Guard left. But in the same result, like in the laws of averages, it could skew a little bit. There might be 1 or 2 overkilled as well. So, but right in the middle, it looked like there'd be 1 Lich Guard left. Mm-hmm. Right in the that perfect happy middle.
That's where I was hoping. I was hoping to have that 1. I was hoping to get a single guy there because the whole plan, well, not the whole plan, but a good chunk of it hinged on being able to resurrect them
with the Orb of Eternity.
With the Orb of Eternity, which I kept my Overlord
within 6
close.
With that 1 model that would have lived, because you would have given me the 3 points, but you would have then given yourself the opportunity to get on average 9 wounds worth of Lich Guard back. So you're looking at 9 wounds worth.
It would have been 4 to 5.
That's it.
Back.
Thank you. Yeah, 4 to 5 back. Yeah, that's exactly it. So then I'm looking at a more than half strength or about half strength unit of Lich Guard. Mm-hmm. I'm in the middle, but then there's another 10-man squad to follow up on them. But I got lucky, and I was able to push over that 1 extra pair of wounds or something that killed the Lich Guard.
And the turn where my Lich Guard were not able to eliminate that last Blight Lord Terminator.
Follow-up squad. Yep.
That was pivotal in the game. If I had been able to remove that one guy and either pile in or be able to redistribute my main core unit, it would have gone very differently. I could have pushed back to defend, I could have swung over to take a flank, but because that one guy survived with those 2 silly wounds, it was the linchpin.
Yeah, because he could have tied up the Demon Prince, giving me one less option to hunt down the Veil of Darkness. Because he would have been stuck fighting. He could have been based with some Lich Guard. Albeit he would have fought the Lich Guard, but he's only killing like 2-ish. Like 2 or 3 maybe. And then on top of that, they get to reanimate. So he's only really killing like 1 or 2 Lich Guard. So it's kind of worth to save the life of the Veil of Darkness. Because that Veil of Darkness allows these guys to, again, redeploy off the table. It does not count as a fallback. So they're free to shoot with full capability anywhere they want. Maybe they go back there, maybe they go back in that corner, maybe they go way back over here. It doesn't matter. They're somewhere safe, they're somewhere shooting. And then that's providing fire support, all of that good stuff. I knew I had to kill the Veil. The Veil had to go because then once the Veil was dead, I was free to leave this area. There's no real threats to my deployment zone per se. And then also, let's not forget that like the Locust Heavy Destroyer, his Ghost Disintegrator whiffed 3 times it fired. Like it would have one-shot this guy if it hit to wound. I know it's like a single shot, so like that's bound to happen every now and then, but that kind of felt bad. The Demon Prince could have died. I can't remember the last one. I think it took a shot at the Rhino and it whiffed. Did it?
It did minimal damage.
I think he whiffed and it was like Caesarus who did like 4 damage to him or something.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he didn't. That one model didn't perform as much as you would typically like it to perform there.
Yeah, I probably should have kept him closer to the Scorpack Lords to get the reanimations, but your aura that shuts down the rerolls was a lot stronger than I thought it was going to be.
Going into this one, it was a lot stronger than I thought too. This list is built with that. This is a different type of list. Like typically, I had this list built with less possessed and more less points in infantry and plague burst crawlers, obviously. But I know the people don't like seeing plague burst crawlers, so I try and take them out of the list and change them up. It just provides too much easy firepower from the back line. And then that's like it's like to the last. So it's like the Blightlord Terminators and the Plague Burst Crawlers and like a Demon Prince is like the 3 targets you have to kill. So it ended up being the Hellbrute, who somehow got lucky and survived the big Gauss shot. Oh, by the way, I got 10 points. I got my 10 points for to the last. That's where the last like of the 10 of the 93 comes from. If anyone's curious, just because those 2 survived, the Blightlords didn't die. And the idea is the Blightlords run out the middle with miasma on them. And then they gloaming bloat every turn. You use Flash Outbreak on them every turn from the Demon Prince, because he's going to be a little bit further back, and his aura won't be as big. That way, anything that wants to charge, the Blightlords cannot reroll any hit rolls, cannot reroll any wound rolls, and it's -1 to hit. It makes it
smart.
But I was fighting Necrons. I'm like, well, they don't care about that because they just do my will be done. And then I'm like, oh, the Scorpack Destroyers. So I started doing gloaming bloat. It's easy to get, when you build a list and form a strategy, it's easy to kind of get lost in that strategy where no matter what, I'm going to Flash Outbreak the Blightlords every turn. It made way more sense to Flash Outbreak the Rhino. That way you didn't want to charge it and you lose all your rerolls, and then you're just stuck overcommitted away from your characters.
That's what happened here. And I'm not used to playing Scorpacks.
This is two things. Yeah, first time you're running them.
This is my first time running Scorpacks.
And first time fighting Death Guard ever.
First time playing Death Guard.
Yeah.
Normally that chunk of points there between the Scorpack Lord and the Scorpacks and a couple of the Destroyers go into a Void Dragon. Who would have happily munched on your Hellbrute.
That, or you could have ignored the Invulnerable save on the Demon Prince, beat him up too.
Yep.
All that good stuff with the Entropic Strike, I believe they have.
Yeah, but no, it was well played on your part. A couple of lucky rolls that really held it all together.
Let's not talk about like a Sorcerer Supreme over here who he didn't roll less than like an A+ on any psychic power.
Oh no! This one little guy. I was warned at the beginning of the game. He doesn't do very much.
I like watch this guy might do some mortal, like he'll be like the one annoying Eldar for mortal wounds. He won't do too much though. What is he? He kills all the Ophidian Destroyers. He cripples the Scorpack Destroyers. He
popped a bunch of Immortals.
Yeah.
He was just all over the place, weren't you, you little bugger?
And he almost kills himself on turn 2 right away too. Oh my goodness. And then he didn't fail the miasma. This was a great game for the Death Guard. A lot of consistency from the Death Guard. Like not in anyone's control, just good rolling. I didn't fail a single psychic power. I rolled my Hellbrute walked up to Scorpex and hit with all 5, wounded with all 5, and I think he killed 4 Scorpack because he says 3 damage in attack. Even with the Whirling Onslaught, he still superseded that. He didn't care about that. Whatever. I'll just wound you on 3s and just spike my rolls. And then after that, he did Haze of Corruption. First time I ever got to use Haze of Corruption on a Hellbrood because he has core. And then he killed
And
5.
swept the Lich Guard. Just
He did 9 wounds. Yeah, 9 wounds, 4.5 wounds worth of Lich Guard. Just boop, no problem. I'll just hit with everything and wound with everything again, boss. Don't worry. Bring me again. And I promise I'll literally never do that again, probably. You got exactly one cool game. But I'm happy this guy showed up because Hellbrutes have always been one of my favorite models. I think they work really well with 1,000 Suns because they get the 5+ invulnerable save. The only thing I can think of for the Death Guard that they get is they pulsate that aura of -1 toughness, which is cool. And you can make their 3 damage Hellbrute Fist spill over and do more damage to things nearby.
oh wow.
But that's a 2 command point stratagem, whereas the 1,000 Sun one just always has a 5+ invulnerable save, which is like crazy powerful. Way better. But like it's still a cool interaction for the Death Guard. I'm curious to see what the other legions will be able to do with Hellbrutes. Because I don't know why my biggest attraction in any Warhammer 40k army is boots on the ground, transports, and like 1 or 2 like dreadnought equivalent kind of things.
Love it.
Yeah, exactly. So I loved your Necron list. It was like a lot of heavy infantry, good elite infantry. You had your troops, and then you had your score pack as like that one, like, ooh, that's a scary. Or I mean, the Locust Heavy Destroyers is a nice like gun line thing, right?
Right.
It's a good combined arms force. I've always been a fan of combined arms forces, so I always try and play them whenever I can. So I appreciate when my opponent does it as well. I always think it makes for like a little more thematic game.
It does. I feel that it really does. You know, this is a war skirmish. We are in the jungle. You're not going to be taking, you know, a tank the size of a building as it trundles through the
Right, exactly.
Gets stuck in this pit.
You get a couple like scouting. You get a couple scouting rhinos and like support Hellbrute. It kind of just reminds me of older editions of Warhammer 40k, except with like 50 times the amount of models. if anyone's curious, you go play 2nd edition Warhammer 40k, you go play Death Guard, you have 5 Terminators, 2 squads of Plague Marines, a character, and you're done.
That's it.
That's the 2nd edition list. That's a 2,000. That's like a 2,000 point 2nd edition list. Maybe I think you might get a Dreadnought. I don't know. I can't remember something like that. But that's your list. Now it's like 4 times that in these games. But anyways, John, thank you for the game. Thank you for coming by. John here is a friend of Scary. They play. You guys play often. Like,
Yes,
all the
we
time.
do.
So if you watch Scarredcast, you're probably familiar with our man John the Cron.
Yeah, we do stream every Thursday and Sunday night on my channel.
What is the channel?
It's John the Cron.
John the Cron. Yeah, I'll put the link in the description below for anyone who's curious.
On Twitch. We do live Warhammer on Thursday nights and D&D on Sundays.
Do you do like exclusively match play, or do you change it up every week?
So it depends on what I'm feeling.
Exactly, yeah.
Scary comes by sometimes and we play some Crusade. We've got an ongoing Crusade campaign going. We've actually got an escalation campaign.
Oh, nice.
Between 6 of us going, where it's city fight rules with a Crusade roster, which is really cool.
The Crusade stuff's amazing.
Love it.
Yeah.
We play open war and we play matched play, depending on what's going on.
So a little bit of everything then, yep. Whatever fits, whatever makes sense at the time, I get that. So it's John the Cron. Is that on Twitch or YouTube?
On Twitch.
All right, so we'll put a link in the description below for anyone who wants more Warhammer 40k live streaming. It's always great. Live streaming content, I think, is amazing. I love it. I love being a part of it. I love watching it, and I love being in the room while it's happening. It's great to interact with the crowd. That's one of my favorite things, as opposed to the hand cam, like they're pre-recording it, because I have no idea what you guys are saying. And you know what? They catch mistakes all the time. So it's like, oh, you guys forgot that. You're like, you're right, we did forget that. And you can easily fix it. Things like that. But anyways, thank you again for coming by, John. Thanks to everyone who's watching, and we will see you guys next time for some more Warhammer 40k action. And as always, happy wargaming.